Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of the Dungeon Initiative. Hope you're all having a great weekend so far. How is everybody? I promise Edar's here, by the way.
Yes. Yep. So, you know.
We're doing good.
Good. It took a little time.
Should put a camera in front of the baby Yoda under like Eddard's camera. Just set his phone up right in front of it. It's like that's Eddard.
Yeah, bro. That's actually funny. It's hard not to look back at Baby Yoda and then just like now that he's got the Nerf dart in his hand.
It's not a Nerf, it's magic wand.
It's what?
It's a magic wand. Jeez.
Oh, you got facts. You got facts.
Yeah.
Well, the YouTube episode is up for last Sunday's episode, so if you haven't been able to get caught up on that, you can rewatch that. Who would like to give recap for last Sunday? I've been doing it lately. Somebody else take over. Before that, any announcements? Anything you guys want to bring to the table for this week? Anything interesting going on?
Let's see. I know we're not sponsored by D&D Beyond, but there's a 40% discount going on for that.
He said it's almost over, so you gotta hurry up and go get it. Again, this is unsponsored. Unsponsored. Alright, but yes, whoever wants to go ahead and do the intro, go ahead and take it away. Previously on the initiative.
Let's see. See if I remember everything correctly here.
I believe you do. I believe you. Out of everyone here, remembers everything.
previously on the initiative. Let's see, starting with Eddard. Eddard speaks the mysterious family assassin or family guard.
We actually redacted it real quick. We had to redacted that scene out of the YouTube, so that's what's canon right now. That scene didn't happen.
So
that scene didn't happen. We redacted it.
Eddard spent time with his brother.
Yeah, and then he went drinking at a local bar to see if people knew about the politics of what's been going on.
Proceeded to head to a, well, as you said, local bar and began to drink to find out more information about local politics. LaFane Riza got MIB'd. They wandered off into the vault of, or the treasury, and ended up somehow in a very, very, very advanced facility of some kind, where it revealed that Dorian Gray's wife had been, what's the word?
Should have established ex-wife.
Ex-wife had been out. Both of them woke up with no information of any kind or memory or recollection of the previous events.
Nope.
So none of that actually happened.
Because they rolled so poorly.
Let's see. Yuri and Red met up with the infamous Wave and Maurice.
Yes. Maurice meets
Zoe,
Wave.
Zoe is on her way towards a mysterious destination of some kind that may hold some answers towards the little fiery friends that seem to be kind of nice at the current moment in time. Fenrir decided to go back with the Night Knockers to see if they could retrieve their missing members, and proceeded to get themselves trapped within, what was it, a corpse mound?
Not necessarily a corpse mound. It's a shambling mound, and it had a couple of corpses inside of it, possibly some of the remaining survivors of the Night Knocker crew, and it also let go of a couple of skinwalkers that it managed to capture and hold within itself without killing them.
So there's that situation that they're currently in, and what else? Oh, it was revealed that Wave has his own little fiery friend.
Yes.
Them, as well as Red and Yuri, without having to kill Wave or Maurice, are proceeding towards Sweetwater.
Yes, indeed.
While Ona has spent time with the wolves and
Perfect little addition there. Sometimes I forget about Ona being in the group, but that's because people like to go off on their own, and they leave her there.
Oh, and the last time we saw Hugh, cannibalistic children and miscellaneous crazy old women.
Ah, yes.
Crazy old lady.
That you proceeded to feed the cannibalistic children.
Yes. Hugh, no way home.
He just let it happen too. Like that was the funny part.
You're just like watching it happen, and the child walks up to you. Thank you for your donations.
Proceed to fucking and feed him.
Honestly, we need to clip those things. Let me actually pull up the YouTube or the Twitch dashboard here. So if we ever have a moment, I can go ahead and just clip it real fast. But yes, you spoke to somebody who gave you the name of the city, right? Hugh.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. I forget the name of the city because it was, what, 2 weeks ago you told me? But it's like some Sun Valley place.
Sunreva.
Sunreva.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so yes.
I'm not even sure I remember the name.
I actually have those notes saved. Um, so yes, you were last in the city of Sunreva. It is still, let's say, we're gonna pick up right where you left off. So it's early in the night. I'd say. What time do you guys get all there? Like 11:30 right now.
Okay.
The city and the reveling and the people you're witnessing is getting crazier. Some of the sideshows that you're witnessing, like people swallowing swords and throwing things at each other, some of them go wrong, and
Good.
it's more so like people are either disgusted and they're like going one way, and other people are staying and going, "Is that part of it? That was hilarious."
I like that. It's funny. It's self-harm. Unintentional. Ugh. Well, I guess I'll just keep walking through the crowd and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Because so far you see a lot of drugs, people going crazy, dancing, hugging, kissing, and like I said, in some alleys there's some kind of nasty things going on too.
Mm, not. I'm looking for a cobra chicken.
What is it?
A cobra chicken.
I mean, like you'd probably see like a corner store or like, kind of like a restaurant or whatever, like it's in shambles. It's kind of like off put to the rest of the city where they're more like 3-story buildings. This is like the one place that stood the test of time but might not have that much time left. The woods and foundations are kind of creaky and the people inside look dirty and angry, and some of, like, in passing, are you deciding to go inside?
We will go inside and ask them if they have any live cobra chickens.
So you go in, like I said, you see most of these people. A lot of them give you side eye as you come in. The guy behind the counter, he's very large and has a lot of fur over his skin, and where his nose should be, it's just kind of flat against his face, and he has this like chin that extends out, and he's just kind of like turns to look at you, and you realize that he has 2 more arms under his top arms, and they continue to work and move things behind him, but they're grabbing food from one plate and then slapping it down on plates and passing that up.
Oh, uneaten food.
Does the health code know about this?
You ordering food or not?
I just want to know if you have any live cobra chickens here.
The
Yes
fuck
or
is
no
a
quick.
cobra chicken?
You know, the little vulture-looking
Like
geese.
his eyes are like kind of once in a while looking right at you, and then off to other customers and stuff like that. And at one point, he kind of like talks over you and points out at a guy who's kind of looking shady in the corner, and he's just like, "You can't take that chair! I'll fuck you up like last time." And the guy just slams the chair down and like walks out of the restaurant.
I wanted the chair.
If you're not gonna order anything, you're wasting my time. I don't know what the fuck you're ordering, but maybe you can find it out on the street. And like he turns back around and just continues to work. What?
That's how you tell them. Do you know what a goose is? A geese? You know? Are you that dumb?
He reaches like over a counter towards like what you assume would be the kitchen, and you hear him muttering to himself, "Slimy, furry, definitely the furry one." Pulls up, and you see he just pulls like a chicken and slams it down. "Best I can do."
That's not what I'm looking for, sorry, pal.
And I just turn around and walk out. Laughing to myself. Crazy dude.
Hey, what's your name, anyways?
Nunya.
And he just turns back to what he's doing, and go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okie dokie, order joking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Natural 20, baby.
So, you turn to head out, like you said, and when you glance back, you catch as he turns and he's facing the kitchen, and there's a guy there. He also looks super fuzzy, even like across the face. He kind of looks like a teddy bear. Like, imagine Chewbacca, overweight, and not as much fur on his face.
So almost like Venom.
Almost like a mole rat, I would say. And he's like talking to this guy with the four arms, and he's just kind of like shaking his head up and down, moving things around in front of him, and then he looks in your direction, and then goes away.
Okay.
What's your natural perception? Isn't it like a 10 or something?
I think so. It ain't good.
Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Ooh, a 19.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He's like, it's his night. It's his night. Everyone's gonna roll shit but him.
No. See, that's where I'm gonna stop. These are my only 2 good rolls for the rest of the night.
All right.
The first 2 are the good ones.
Don't jinx yourself. Jeez.
It's more fun that way, isn't it?
So, you turn from this, right? Knowing that some weird conversation was had where the guy looked right at you, right? You turn and you stop just in time to see You're how tall?
3'11".
Oh, God. You see let me make this note. 5'8", 5'8" wood elf, dressed in all black. It's kind of like this.
FD?
Is
is what I think it is?
She's dressed in this all black dress. It's very tight. It has a corset running across the middle that's in silver, and across the bottom trim of the dress you can see a bunch of little bats. The stockings she's wearing are all black all the way up to her knee, and then you see little skulls where the knees are. And she's looking at you, and you see that she has this large, wide hat. Her makeup's all done up. And she says, "I'm sorry. Did I get in your way?"
Oh! No.
Oh, that's good. I'm usually in the way. I'll get going now. And like she sidesteps you, and like as she sidesteps you, you see the physics.
Oh.
Lord.
Excuse me.
Lord, give me
I'm
strength.
sorry. And like everyone at the bar is just, even the chef behind the counter looks at her. "Can I help you?" It's just super nice. "Yes, can I get the special, please?" And you see the guy like kind of go pale. What do you do?
I'm gonna ask her what the special is.
Oh,
What's the special?
we can't really talk about it. It would kind of ruin everything.
Oh, I mean, can I sit and eat with you then?
Um,
I'm kind of snackish.
I guess some company would be nice. How long until it's ready?
I'm sorry.
She looks right at the guy and is like, "How long until it's ready?" And you see the guy like just kind of scratch his head, looking around. He leans in. Go ahead and make a perception check if you're trying to listen into this.
Natural 20, baby!
It's his night! I'm not gonna do any rolling or anything. And all the evidence is right here. Natural 20, natural 19, natural 20.
Good rolls. I'm gonna pay for our dinner. Like the real gentleman I am, by the way.
Okay, so the guy scratches his head, looks around nervously, and leans in, and you hear him whisper to this girl and says, "So you the special," and then she whispers back, "That's for the flame dust and the large bottle of Blue Stream." And he like nods his head. "Who sent you?" "Nobody." "It's extra if you're gonna go ahead and show up here and ask for things like that, miss. You don't understand, right?" "I know. It's very illegal." And he's just like turns away, and one hand like turns back, kind of like he's like stealthing it, like just kind of being sneaky. And she just like flops a bag into his hand, and he just walks off into the back room. And she just sits there, turns to you. "So what do you want to talk about?"
Where you from? What are you doing in a city like this?
I mean, I work.
Oh, what's your line of work?
Mm, let's just say we wouldn't have time for that right now.
All the time in the world. I'm interested.
What?
Yeah.
No, what'd you say?
I said I have all the time in the world. I'm quite interested now.
So, like, she leans in, and even though your natural perception is low, you can see the two guys on either side. They kind of also lean in. And I'm going to shoot you a message.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Got it?
Oh, that's an interesting line of work. I'm a mercenary, you could say.
I'm very good at my job. But unfortunately, it's time for me to move on.
Changing professions or
Starting with getting out of here. I'm sure you noticed this place is kind of a shithole.
yeah, I've definitely noticed that while I'm here.
So why are you here? You don't
Uh,
seem like you're ready to party or anything. In fact, you're a
no,
little
that's
too heavily dressed for my line of work.
I had this weird magical blue liquid that I just drank without any consequences, and I randomly poofed here. No idea what's going on.
Make a perception check.
I'm home, baby. Damn it. 7.
Yeah, you say this to her. She like looks away, kind of in the direction where the chef is, and she just kind of looks around the room. Some of the people looking kind of look the other way, and she like looks back at you. "Hey, you wouldn't be interested in earning some gold, would you?"
Sorry, did you say Effie?
"You wouldn't be interested in earning some gold, would you?"
I like money.
"Well, I need to go places, and maybe I need someone with your line of work." And her fingers like go over the hammer.
I don't see why not.
She like
Sure.
claps her hands. "Perfect." And then she gives you a hug.
Ooh. I'm just kind of like dwelling in the voluptuousness, like
Are you head over heels right now?
yes,
Is Hugh head over heels?
of course.
Make a wisdom save.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Yes.
That'd be crazy.
Sure. What are you saying? Natural 20? Guess what I just fucking got?
Holy fuck! What? Hughes night!
Yo, hold on. Let me check my rolls real fast. I haven't even rolled one time tonight.
Natural one.
Hang on.
Right?
How many 20s is that? You've rolled 3.
Shut up!
natural-
Shut up! That was no. It was too close.
I have to let you know, Efren, I ate the dice fruit. I can
Shut the fuck up.
the die fruit.
God. So yes, go ahead. Everybody keeps cutting out tonight. So if you guys are on speaker, remember you kind of have to like tilt your receiver.
I kind of cut myself out sometimes. We should eventually in the future have it to where it shows on the stream the rolls we get.
I can probably do that right now. Hold on a second. Let me expand. I don't want. I gotta separate this one. All right, that'll work. That's crazy. And then here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and blow that one up. How's that look?
Yeah, we can see that. The only thing is how that would show up on the stream.
Too small. I could do this.
Yeah.
There's no personal information or anything weird on there.
Just put Amazon.
No.
Unless people want to copy this code.
French.
Oh my god. Just to get like randomly 15 new players.
New players. We're giving them ideas. Hold on, we need to fix this.
You can actually see it just it's on the side.
Yes. We just gotta find a way to. You probably just need to expand that game log just a bit more.
You know what's great, Effie, is that all my rolls tonight have been technically wisdom throws, and they've all been perfect for me.
How's that look?
Hey, go ahead and dismiss that flash sale.
Hell yeah.
There.
Oh no! Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I see what I did. I see what I did.
Oops.
The arrow.
There we go.
On the bottom. There you go.
Yeah. Did it pause?
Jesus.
Or is it good?
It paused, yeah.
Look at all those rolls.
Blake.
It's his night. It's his night. Damn, my notes got blown up too. I can't have that. Yeah, the notes got blown up too. Oh no, it won't show the notes. You guys can't see the notes, right?
I don't see notes though. You have it paused.
It's paused. You guys can't see it.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. How about now?
No, I don't see it.
It's like, watch him get a natural 20 on his wisdom savings throw, and immediately throws a natural 20.
Can you guys see the game log now?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll leave it like that. So, you get a fantastic hug. She obviously gives you a huge squeeze. And eventually, the bartender or the restaurant owner comes back out, and he's carrying this brown bag. It looks like a little backpack. Sets it on the table, slides it up, and kind of like pushes it against her back. And she kind of gives a ooh. Puts her arms through it. And looks at you and says, "You ready to go?" You cut out.
Anywhere with you.
Oh, you're so sweet. My name is Serena.
I'm Hugh. Humongous.
Oh. And like she like gets up and starts to walk out. And like, do you follow next to her or you follow behind her?
I'll follow next to her.
All right. She puts her hand around your
Actually,
shoulder.
I'm gonna fall just a little bit behind her,
Mhm.
but like still like pretty much to the side of her, but just a little bit behind. So.
Gotcha. Let's see. Alright, so you walk out of this place with her. Make a perception check here. Witness the rolls.
Where did you say that?
4. I assume you're just staring at her back the whole time, right?
Yes.
There are some decent jiggle physics. Maybe even a handful of jiggle physics.
We like it.
Alright, Willie will come back to you in just a moment. Let's see here. What am I missing? There we go. So, from Hugh heading out with his new friend Serena, we cut over to Edard. You start to kind of like open your eyes, blink away, and realize your head hurts a little bit. And looking around, you start to recollect that you kind of just fell asleep. You had a couple beers here and there, but you eventually put your head down, maybe thinking a little too hard about things. And you kind of remember the bartender and his voice going, "You gotta get out of here. You alright, man?" And you were kind of like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Just one more." And then an arm like kind of like wrapped under you, and you looked over and there was this older gentleman, and you remember he has like this sandy kind of white and brown hair, and he like helps you up and he's like, "Yeah, it's all right, man. Come on, no more. Come on." And like he starts to lead you off, and you have glimpses of like, you know, the city, like the city landscape, and you kind of remember there was this almost like a 3-floor building with a bunch of different doors. You remember vaguely there were some people standing in the hallways watching you guys pass. Some stairs where even he had to like take a break halfway up. And then finally there was like just you getting laid into a bed and passing out. You can just hear some people talking outside. If you're interested in making like, you know, a perception check to kind of listen in, you can. You can
That's
hear
sure.
And you can also hear the busyness of the people outside in the city as their day has begun. Mind you, Hugh, their time slots are a little bit ahead of you.
It's a 5.
Through the door. The door seems like some pretty good oak.
Oh yes, this door seems to be made out of door.
This door.
I think I was right. This is Hugh's night. Everyone else is gonna roll shit.
It's called LaFay Wood.
You did not.
I did not.
There's like an indent of a nose.
There's just like a little dent mark where like a tiny little nose was.
It's canon now. She has a long nose.
No.
Um,
No.
No.
Don't listen to me. I'm joking. Edward, what do you do?
That would. Oh my gosh.
Listen, that's up to you.
No.
As I'm looking around, what am I seeing in this room?
So, in this room, you see that there is a dresser at the end of the bed. The blankets are like this bright red color. The wood that holds up the framing of the bed itself is like kind of like this dark brown color. The dresser's kind of got like this, same tone. You can see some of them are like half open, like someone was going through them at some point. But on top, you see a bunch of toys of different kinds, a lot of ships, and the walls are decorated with like looks like wanted posters and stuff like that. And there's even like what looks like a rifle in the corner of the room. There's a chair to your right next to like another kind of bedside table. There is a lantern sitting on top of it. The room seems pretty basic. Maybe somebody like used to use this room recently. But yeah, you do hear like voices outside. You just can't make out what they're saying.
Does it sound like arguing or just basic regular talking?
Just regular talking.
Okay. Well, Eric sits up. I saw all of my stuff on me, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming headache or something.
Yeah, you got a bit of a headache, for sure.
Okay.
It's not horrible, but
I guess Eder would get out of the bed. You said there was wanted posters?
yeah, it looks like outdated posters and like running across them, you can see that he's marked like dead, captured, and stuff like that.
And the rifle, how's that looking?
Old, maybe even not like maybe it's not even really a real rifle. It would be like the equivalent of like a BB gun.
So, from that information, I'm assuming this is like a child's room from what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go over toward the door. Am I still hearing the talking and stuff?
Yeah, you can hear them like murmuring outside the door.
Or can I check again to see like if I can catch what's being said as I get close to the door?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
10.
I'll give it to you. 10. Yeah, like you pressing your ear to the door, you can kind of hear them. Like it's a woman and a man talking, and they're just, oh well, I actually do have to go for a walk today, don't I? It would be nice. It seems like you're inside the house all the time these days. I know you miss him, but it's no use just staying at home all day. I know. You're right. And then you hear like the clinking of metal on plate. Clink.
Talking stops now.
What?
The talking has stopped now.
No, there's like casual conversation. They're just talking about their day and how it sounds like the lady's gonna be going to work or something, and she's just encouraging him to maybe like go take a walk, go into town, and hang out with some of your friends.
From there, I'll just proceed to just kind of open up the door.
It does a hard.
Well, kind of stammering a bit because I'm assuming I'm kind of hungover.
Yeah. Pushing the door open, it does that very obnoxious, and immediately like the plate, like the scraping of the plate with the fork just looks back at you. Oh, hey, good morning. And you vaguely remember the guy from before. Hey, listen, Paul asked me to help you, home, but since I don't know where home is, I did the neighborly thing and just let you stay here for the night. and you notice that the woman at the table, she has this red hair that goes down to her shoulders, and both of them, like you would say that they look like they're in their late 50s, and they're just kind of like looking at you, and there's like, breakfast?
Thank you. Where am I?
You're still in the middle of the city. We have a little place here that we stay in.
Thank you for that. It's just normally don't drink like that.
The lady at the table says, "We insist. If you're not feeling well, trust me. I've had to nurse my fair share of hangovers, right, honey?" And he just kind of like shakes his head. Listen, just old days, okay?
What am I smelling?
Oh, you see that like there's biscuits and gravy.
Depending on what I smell determines if I stay or not.
There's what's it called? Like, why am I lacking the word for this? It's the best thing ever. It's like when the steak fried breakfast.
Okay, I just went blank on that too.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? And they put the gravy on it.
Country fried steak.
Country fried steak. Thank you for the win.
I haven't eaten breakfast in years, so it's like I can't.
I haven't eaten breakfast since I was a wee boy.
You don't even eat pancakes? What the fuck?
No, not.
Waffles, eggs, toast.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Everybody's going in. Everybody's going in on this.
I haven't actually had breakfast food in like 2 years now.
Probably good for you, to be honest. Breakfast food is just bad for you. I hope you all know that.
It's not.
How dare
It is horrible for
Okay.
you.
Oh,
It's delicious. I'll still eat at the table. I'm just telling you, this is not good for us.
Mr. DM, hold on. First off,
Are
it's
you
still
please? You're done.
very delicious. It's just I haven't eaten.
I know I'm not going to be.
I get you.
It's just because
It's just
when
hard to.
it's usually afternoon and I have to get ready for work.
Mr. DM.
Yes. I like it when they call me Mr. DM. It's just so formal.
That's Professor Mr. DM.
Please, Professor was my father.
We need no. There's junior and senior, so it'd be Professor Mr. DM Junior.
I just call him Daddy.
Another like doctorate degree he probably got or something.
How did we go down this wormhole?
And
Daddy DM.
like Hugh just said that your nickname is Daddy D. So
I didn't even catch that.
Who said
yeah.
that?
Apparently you. It's a delicious looking breakfast. It's smacking, bro. I don't know what to tell someone who doesn't eat breakfast.
Well, I'm assuming
It smells sweet.
I'm picking up like extra scents and stuff, like a lot more detail in the smells, just because like the lichen notes.
Because you're special, I know.
Yeah, sure.
It smells like bacon strips.
It smells delicious. Like whatever they're having, it looks hearty. There's like biscuits, there's jam, there's toast. Like she goes all out, and there's just 2-3 people here.
And you're like, what's breakfast?
Edard's not like that. That hasn't had breakfast in 2 years.
So,
anyways, Edard would like smell all that. It's just like, yeah, I could stick around.
the man pulls a chair for you, offers it up. She gets up and goes over and grabs a plate and starts serving it up for you, and comes over, sets it on the table. And she goes, "Help yourself. There's biscuits, there's this," and she points it all out to you on the table.
He's already started eating.
Like they definitely
Like
like
in
have.
between bites, that you just hear, "Thank you."
like watching you eat, like, yeah, he laughs, and then she's sitting down, like, watching, and she goes, "Oh my God, I thought our son ate a lot."
You'd see like a runny egg kind of going down like the edge of his mouth. Just like, oh, sorry, just I haven't had food like this in a while.
So, how'd you find yourself at that, at the bar? Oh God.
Just had to clear my head a bit, I guess. Just
Paulie was,
found myself there.
Paulie looked a little annoyed, and I figured, I gotta get you out of there.
Well,
But you're alright, you have a place to stay and all that, right? You don't look like you're homeless or anything.
no, I have somewhere I can go. It's just, well, to be honest, I don't like the capital that much.
It's been difficult, and you see, like, him and his wife, like, share a look with each other, and she's, like, eating slowly, kind of in thought, and he, like, shakes his head. Nah, we won't trouble you with all that. The quicker you can, eat up, get refueled, and if you need anything for the road, we can probably give you some water. I have some canteens under the pantry. Hey, you're looking around, you realize, like, it's a very humble looking setup they have here. Even the couches look kind of old. Those, like, old scratchy ones with the multi-brown color into them. It's just, they're just a nice, loving couple.
If anything, I would say like that whole setup kind of reminds him of the home he had with Cassandra before the whole time boom debacle. It's like, did you guys having trouble with something here, or?
More like anybody else around here, we've had to take it as it comes. We used to have a little bit of a farmland just south of here, but after a while we realized that it was becoming more than we can afford, and she looks up at you. He's stubborn. He chose to make all the wrong decisions despite his best instinct. But we did make the best of it, and that's what matters now. He, like, nods his head, and he's just, like, kind of, like, holding back on saying something. He looks kind of angry or irritated. Yeah. Just keeps eating. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living?
Kind of just go on contracts, sort of. Although most of the time I don't really follow those contracts, I'll be honest. Edard's at this point where like he's not really sure if he should really say necessarily who or what group he's part of, just considering how other people have reacted to it in the last few days.
It's up to you.
No, I know that. I was just.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Fuck you, LaFay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta let it go, man.
It slipped.
You guys know about the dungeon initiative?
Know about it. It's all our son talks about. For the last year and a half, ever since everything happened, our son's talked about you guys and wants to be like you.
I didn't say I was part of it, but...
Oh, I mixed that up. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Wants to be like them. Sorry.
I was continuing off of like what you said.
No, like wants to be like them. Sorry, I miscorrect.
No, I got you.
Mhm. He's got to go to school first.
Is he around or something?
Well, he started let's just say he figured out a couple of special things about himself and went off to some school. It's been hard on both of us because this is the longest we've been away from him.
Hold on. Wait. Is this? You're grinning. It is.
What?
Is this them?
No. No. But connected, yes, to yours. Make sense?
Yeah.
What's your son's name?
His name is Lark.
Clark.
Oh, how informal of us. My name's Jonathan,
Nice to meet you,
and this is my wife, Martha.
Arthur.
Oh my god, I just realized that we went over all that and we didn't even stop to give each other our names. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm Ned.
Nice to meet you, Ned. And you kind of notice like this look in Jonathan's eye that's kind of like, you're full of shit. But he rolls with it.
I didn't name my son Lark.
Wait till you find out more about that.
Okay. Superman.
Not even.
Okay.
It's yes and no. No. Now you're off.
Superman.
The name's yes. The ability, no.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so you asked the name, they introduce themselves. Weird first name, last names.
Oh, can't say I've recognized the name necessarily, but also, if questions didn't really go away, yeah, I'm sort of with the Dungeon Initiative.
Oh, well, shit. You're not lying that time, are you?
I haven't lied yet.
So, you're part of the initiative, and your name is Ned.
For now.
What do you do for them? Like, what's your job? You said contracts, and you don't really follow them?
Well, I mean, from what I understand, a lot of the politicians seem to like how we don't do everything they say. So.
Probably where you run into some trouble. I don't know if you know by now, some people don't agree with you guys being around. In fact, there's even a campaign running to bring forth the people who started the initiative. Some group called Acquisitions Incorporated. You tell them. If you ask.
I don't think that'll be very easy to do at all, honestly.
Well, I don't know much about what's going on behind the scenes, but I've seen more good come out of what they've done, and I guess I have to say thank you for being a part of that. I remember a little while back there was the snake things. Remember that in the news? And she's just like, that's where it all started. Yeah, there was the snake things in the news, and a bunch of people went out, probably killed a bunch of them. Our son came home with the papers, talking all about it.
I remember that. First mission, technically, I think, right?
At the time, you actually helped our farm, because we had a couple of issues around there.
Do I remember anything about a farm?
You remember that there were farmlands stretching from like the city gates itself, and then there's this large expanse of land where people have settled in different places, and they all have different types of farms. And remember, you guys went across one that had given you guys horses. that were later slaughtered and lost, and even there was a talking donkey at one point.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But
But he's implying that he was one of the farms to the south of that wall, of that border.
okay, so it's probably farmland that we've come across before. Just
You've seen it, passed by it.
okay. Where do we leave off on that? Just on mentioning the Yonti?
Yeah, like that you helped with the Yonti, and like he mentions a couple of the other things that you guys have done, but doesn't get into full detail. But he goes on to
we
say,
don't need to get into
yeah,
all of it.
he goes on to say like you did help us, and later on our son started to try to do things on his own. Let's just say that you can say that you're a hero, doesn't mean that you are a hero. So I try to convince him to do other things, to feel a little bit stronger around the house, and it just wasn't enough for him. He was our little hero. But I guess he insisted, and a little after the Dorian Gray incident, you guys stopped him, right?
Yeah, we stopped them. So, sorry, what was the school that Clark went to?
What's the name of the school, Fen?
I haven't even come up with an actual academy name. It's just referred to as the academy.
Pig Fox.
We can literally just call it the Academy. We emphasize the. It's the Academy. It's the spot. No, we're not doing. Stop. When it comes back, we gotta give it like an official name. A new school deserves a new name.
Welcome to Academy University.
The Academy University.
The Academy University Academy.
I hate you. We're trying to help the situation. You're just making it worse.
Hey, Eddar's just stuffing his face with food right now.
He is. Yeah, no, they tell you that he eventually started to exhibit some abilities, and we didn't know how to handle it, so we sent him to the place that everybody else sends him to.
Okay. I believe I know which academy you're talking about. A friend of mine used to go to it.
Well, it's the Academy.
Yeah.
He'll be back in a year, and he'll get to hang out in the city. He's always liked the city more than the farmland anyways. But yeah, just let us know if you need anything, and yeah, enjoy the breakfast. And like he leans in to grab.
Anything, you're okay with me grabbing seconds, right?
Yeah, he reaches in to grab seconds, and Martha like slaps his hand away. She goes, "No, come on," and she goes, "No, you can't eat them anymore. Your heart, you have to take care of yourself." And he's just like, half, just half. She shakes her head. And he just like puts the fork down.
It's just like sitting there.
Grabs what looks like
as he
some kind of
reaches up.
juice and just.
As that whole thing happened, I was just like awkwardly sitting there, slowly reaching over to like some more of the food and stuff and putting it on his plate. When Martha's not looking, he sneaks over a biscuit or something over to John.
He pushes the biscuit away. He pushes the biscuit away. You realize that he barely touched his biscuits.
I take the biscuit back and put it on my plate.
He just kind of laughs and says, "Thank you, thank you."
Proceed to just continue scarfing down food.
Alright. So from there, you learned a little bit about the Ent family. And we're going to go... ENT, yes.
Lark Ent.
Yeah.
Lark?
John.
Listen, I committed to the joke, and I said, do it. Just do it. They're not going to care or remember these characters anyways.
I'm going to remember this this because I have to.
He looks right
He is going to be a survivor that's somewhere on the island because of you.
at me.
Lark Ent.
Lark and.
I'm writing all this down. Jonathan Ent
You will regret Wednesdays.
and Martha.
You know what's funny is like from this kind of timeline, they have no idea what's going on with their son or the academy itself.
I need you to send me a list of abilities that he's capable of doing. Good luck.
He can fly. He has
So
strength.
he doesn't have multi-abilities because even though the names are jokes of, the Kent family, I'm more aiming for him since he went to the school for a My Academia type thing.
Oh, God.
What are you doing in the school? You should be at the Dungeon Initiative.
Oh my god, it's Deku! Oh my god, it's Deku!
It's Deku!
The quirkless loser!
Why do you have to do it? Alright. From there, we cut over to LaFay. You'd woken up in the hall, right? Very confused. I forget who you guys ran into. Don't think I noted that.
I mean, before we ran into Dorian's wife.
Right,
and then
but you don't remember any of that, so.
No, because she, it was like a flash of, light, and then her and Riza woke up in, a room, not knowing what just happened or how they got there.
You guys were in the hall, where Ona was on top of the wolves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you had woken up and there was the daily stuff going on, people getting ready for breakfast. You can smell the kitchen starting up and stuff like that. While there, you guys have been brought a couple of things to the table. Riza is looking around, her eyes wide, just I feel like we just ate, right? We just ate, right? And she's thinking.
Yeah, feels like it.
Just starts scarfing down.
Everyone's gonna eat like anime characters now.
The door behind the king's throne swings open, and you see Godfrey come out, and he's wearing this this very flashy looking outfit. The top itself looks like it has a bunch of scales going all over it in multicolors. And he's looking around. He's got this cape swishing behind him in this purple color, and he just looks happy looking around at the room, and he just addresses everyone at once. Good morning. And the people in the hall grab their mugs. Good morning, sir. And he's just ah, and they all cheer and they continue to eat. And he goes to his throne and he sits down, looks around, and he notices the wolves still on the floor, passed out. And he's just they should get some more meat. They gotta cook more meat. And then he looks over and he sees you, LaFay, and he goes, Hey, you two, come here.
Okay. She'll scoot over.
Riza gets up, is just looking around. He has no food up there. Should we take some food? Is it polite to bring food for everybody? So that way we can all share.
I believe so.
You notice that Riza is looking a little taller and a little bulkier.
Oh. She is, she's staring.
She grabs the plates. She's here, take some of that. They're gonna bring some out to us. And she continues, she hears them, you can tell. She's is he talking to us? He's talking to us. Yeah, come on, we'll bring the food. Go ahead and make dexterity check.
She's staring as she's going over to the king.
Dexterity dexterity with disadvantage.
The 6.
You get a couple of steps in, and as you reach the end of the table, you fall over onto the bench, and the plates hit the table itself. Riza like continues over, you can see from where you're at, she sets these plates down in front of Godfrey, who's just kind of looking around. There's gonna be more. It's okay. And she's like, hold on, I gotta go help LaFay. I'll be right back. Jumps off the table, comes over to you. You dropped the food. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like looks you over, grabs your head, looks at you. Are you okay?
She looks all over her. Yeah.
Have you always been this tiny?
Maybe.
Kisses your forehead. Come on, let's go. You're gonna sit next to Stormy,
Her
your
ears
brother.
flap because of like how happy she is.
She goes and she sits on the left side of Godfrey, and she's just kind of like looking at him. Hi, Your Highness. Nice to meet you. Please, just call me Godfrey. It's fine. I didn't get your name. And she's like, I'm Riza. And he looks at you. LaFay.
Yes.
It's been a little while, but I remembered.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while.
Yeah, there was that whole incident, a little up north. We don't have to get into that. But, here we are. Where's Edard? And when you look around, you see that Ona, sits up, followed by the wolves, kind of, getting up and stretching.
I thought he would be here.
So, listen, did you happen to go on a little adventure last night? Riza's just freezes up.
Who said that?
Come on. He reaches over, grabs some food, starts kind of digging into it, realizing there's no plates. He leans back, bites a waffle.
Never go on an adventure in here without your permission, sir.
People say that. I said that as a kid to my dad, and I used to just go on adventures all the time. I'm just gonna say, maybe don't go into that treasure vault next time. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Even my dad would have killed me if, I got away with half the things that you got away with. That's insane. You guys rode the rail? I didn't even think that thing still worked. There was no knowing where you were going.
It was fast.
Huh?
Just talking about all this shit out loud. Okay. Good job, Golfer. Shut the fuck up. Kill you.
You're not here.
I know. Kill you.
More people come out from the kitchens. They set the table. And what are you doing now? Besides eating? Any plans? You're just going to wait here for Edard to come back? Do you have questions for Godfrey?
So, how are things here? Responsibilities and...
Well, responsibilities and all. It's just tough work. But life's all about work, right?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
So what have you been working on?
Nothing much. Just been trying to help the best that I can for those who are in need.
You think you need a job? If the initiative's not doing much for these days, you can do some part-time jobs here.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still with the initiatives. Don't really have a problem with it.
I didn't say there was a problem. There's people, who obviously I gotta figure out how we're gonna make all this issue go away, or maybe figure out a middle ground with everybody. But so far, you guys are doing great work in my eyes. So as long as you're, living the dream. And like he just kind of stares at you. Goes back to eating.
Okay.
Riza, like in the seat opposite you, she like is eating, and you see that she's stuffing her face. Looks right at you. Looks at Godfrey right back at you with the like, "What's with this guy?" face. So, do you guys plan to stay in the city?
Who says that?
Godfrey.
Probably just passing through. Quick visit and everything. I might want to visit my home at one point. Check to see how everything's doing, how everybody's holding up.
My brother's kind of vague with some details. I know he doesn't tell me everything. But, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't let him die out there.
No, sir.
Sometimes I think he's a little too tough on himself. I miss him.
She says, if anything, I mean, I see Ennard as my very own brother. So, awesome.
That's nice. Having like a brother figure and all. Yeah. Must be nice.
Yeah. I only had a sister.
I actually have to go take care of something. You guys will be okay here, right? You can even sit in the chair. You want to sit in the chair? And Riza's like, hell yeah, I want to sit in the chair. And goes to sit in the chair.
Okay.
And Godfrey's just like, all right. If you see Eddard, like, send me one of those letter things. Okay?
Will do.
And he like leaves. You hear like the as Riza's biting into some kind of thick piece of like pork or jerky, ham. You can't even tell what she's eating right now. She looks at you.
What is that?
Huh?
What's that? What are you eating?
Ham. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, that's Eddard's brother?
Yes, that's Godfrey.
Let's go check out that treasure vault again.
No, I don't think we should.
No, hear me out. I had this really weird dream that we actually found a bunch of gold and I put some in my bag. And then everything kind of like went hazy after that. But I found the gold in my bag. What happened last night?
I don't know.
We have to go, see? There's a reason to go figure out why this happened to us. And we start with the vault. She grabs like what looks like a large chunk of ham, stuffs it in her pocket, and gets up. Come on, let's go. Let's go to the library. Let's go to the library. We're going to the library. She says it like really loud, so all the people in the room eating are just like looking over.
She grabs onto her arm. Okay.
Ona sees you guys. LeFay! Riza! Runs over. The wolves kind of like following close by. Some of the people get nervous seeing these dire wolves in the room.
And a griffin.
Were they always there? In the corner. Ah! Just wakes up with the window light.
Drops back down on all fours and takes a piece of ham out of his plate.
The initiative is terrorizing the hall. In fact, you do hear some of them kind of like, they see the wolves and they're like, I thought those were rugs. But Riza's like headed towards leaving the hall. And Ona comes up to you. What are you doing?
She's gonna stand there, like wait for like Ona to come by, see if she needs anything.
Yeah, so Riza's heading out, right? You see her turn the corner and leave the hall. Ona comes up to you. Hey, where's Dad?
Not sure actually. He should be back pretty soon.
I thought we were gonna hang out with Godfrey today. But it's been all night. We have to try to go find the others.
Yeah.
Where's Riza going?
To the library.
Why is she going there?
Libraries full of knowledge and interesting books actually.
So, are we gonna go find Dad, or are you? What are you gonna do? You hear like her stomach kind of. Oh, and she turns around, looks at a table, grabs an apple.
How about this? She squats down to like her height. How about I find Riza? This sounds. I find Riza, and we'll all go get the rest.
Okay. Well, we better go. She's getting pretty far.
Yeah. I'll see you later. And she'll.
Wait, you're gonna leave me here? I'll just come with you. And she like comes up. Are you gonna try to persuade her to stay, or you gonna let her come along?
I mean, aren't you hungry? I don't think
I
library.
got an apple and I got a piece of ham and candy in my pocket.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of other fun things to go besides the library. The library's pretty boring. I mean, if anything, libraries are for old people, not for kids. The
You see a little notification on your screen say, "Ona will remember that."
What kind of
That's
message are we
for
spreading to the youth?
very old people. I don't think you really want to go in there. I promise I will come back.
Make a persuasion check.
Knowledge for old people.
What kind of message is the dungeon initiative
Good
spreading?
at lying, LaFay.
Huh?
What kind of message
Good
is the
job.
dungeon initiative spreading for the youth?
28.
She like kind of like stomps her foot. Okay, fine. Come on, doggies, come on. And you see Window Licker like looking around wildly, and Ona's just like, "Oh no, not in here. Come on." And she leads them out of the hall. Go out on the grass somewhere. And followed by Queenie. Follows after them. It's just Ona with 3 wolves and a fucking a griffin. There's people walking in that just like flatten against the wall as these things walk by.
So I just hear outside.
Listen, I gotta say, this is peak Ona. Ona has peaked. I've always pictured her surrounded by creatures, and it's happening.
She just needs Biscuit and the Firefox now.
I was like, she's not a druid, but it doesn't need to happen. There's so many animals around here. It's gonna happen, and it's happening. Yes.
She just needs Biscuit and the Firefox.
Yeah, Biscuit needs to be there too.
And the Firefox.
And the Firefox.
Yeah,
No, but that's yeah.
No, but just because, just to hang
just
out.
because they all hang out with Ona.
They're all her friends.
She'll like sigh, and then she'll just like run to where Reese is at.
All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh my god, 11.
So you actually just catch up with her. You
Oh.
see her as she's getting to that. She's getting to a part of that hallway with the door and that first lock that you had gotten through. Your brain kind of like feels fuzzy, but you're trying like you kind of vaguely remember this door and unlocking it.
Riza, I don't think we should do this.
Riza's like inspecting the door, and she's like, "Should we go through the other one?" Looks at the door. It was easy. It was easy, right? Like, here, you do it. Unlock this thing. Stands back and waits.
Trying to get everyone killed.
We have to find the rest, Riza.
But
Maybe another time?
come on, you're no fun. She like pulls out her own little tool set, and she like disadvantage rolls.
Gosh.
No. Oh shit! I broke it.
It's a good thing she has 9,000.
Damn it! You really won't do it. Come on. Don't you want to know why he's being so weird about it? Don't you think it's weird that we don't remember? I don't remember going to lay down in the hall. I would have actually looked for a place to sleep. She's like looking at the door. Make a persuasion check.
$22.
She looks at the door, looks back at you, sees your face. Fine. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're right. Eddard's out there and Owen is here too. We gotta take care of her.
Maybe another time. More visit, then we can go.
But there's more gold, and she like follows you out.
I know. But hey, maybe we can find other stuff than gold. Maybe jewels and gems. But not here.
You're right.
Anywhere else.
We have a whole other world of adventures to go on. Owen's gonna be so excited to go on them with us. It's gonna be so fun.
Hey, maybe there's even undiscovered treasure. And maybe we could be the first ones to discover it.
Maybe we can afford a vacation.
Yeah.
She like gives you like the eyebrow raise.
Oh, huh. Yeah.
She takes your hand, and the two of you walk towards the hall and out into the courtyard.
As she takes her hand, LaFay's just gonna look at her like bulk body the entire time.
Yeah, like she's looking a little more muscular, taller. And it's just like, what the hell happened?
LaFay's in love. She's just like, whoa.
Mummy.
Yeah.
Muscle mum.
Mummy.
Mummy. Will you be my mummy?
No.
So Zoe,
Yes.
almost a full day has passed since you've parted ways with Fenrir. Eris has stopped a few times, with Biscuit to kind of give you time to rest. Well, for yourself and Biscuit to take rest. While you guys are making your way through, you can hear out in the distance. There's like those odd, familiar like guttural noises and croaks and stuff like that. Like even though it's still daylight, you're dreading as the light of the sun begins to fade away, realizing it's going to be dark soon. Eris looks back at you and says, "We can find somewhere to stop."
She rubs at her head slightly. How much farther are we?
If we keep going the way we're going, we should be there midday tomorrow.
She looks at Biscuit. Are you able to continue on, my friend?
Biscuit, let's see, since we don't have... Let's do this. Biscuit does look like they're getting tired. You could see, like, he's, like, kind of looking back at you when you ask this, and he's like, I don't know about that. I'm playing Biscuit horribly. It's gonna be bad no matter what.
And she's just gonna have to deal with it. She pats him. Let's go ahead and stop here for the night.
Eris, like, hops around and, like, tries to find a decent spot, and kind of leads you guys off, you know, into this more dense looking area. It's not exactly like a widespread, you know, location. Biscuit has to kind of like lean their head down to get into this spot, and it's nice and crammy and cozy. We'll be out of sight, and we'll be safe.
That's perfect. Once Biscuit lays down and is just like already like ready to sleep, she leans into him and just like her tail like rests on her lap as she just like strokes her own fur, making sure that there's not like any leaves or anything stuck in it.
For a Biscuit?
Biscuits and her.
Or for your own fur?
Yeah.
Okay. Eris is kind of like looking at you as you do this, and then looks out towards like the way you guys came in. Are you worried about him?
I don't think there's ever a day that I don't worry about him. But I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
You did well on your own for a little while.
That is true.
You don't know it yet, but our bond is getting stronger.
She smiled at that notion and nodded.
Soon you're going to be as strong as he is. Lays down next to you with their belly up. You don't believe me? Or he, sorry.
We're still on that. She starts to like scratch at his belly a bit.
I wrote he right there as a note.
Are you sure that's not laughter?
That's what he said. Yeah, so you rub his belly.
Yes, I do.
You can hear like the little cooing, happy noises. Like.
You want to know something?
Hmm.
My dog's doing the same thing. Like he's
yeah. See, we're not just role playing. We're actors. I pretended I eat food for you guys. When a character drinks, I just play into it. So yeah, you rub the belly, and he asked, "What? You don't believe me?"
I guess until it happens. Then I'll believe you.
Maybe he stands up. Maybe you'll
Oh
learn
no.
to maybe you'll learn to burn a little brighter. And like you see the glow kind of emanate a little harder off of him. Maybe you'll be as fast as me. And like zooms one side to the other. Maybe you'll learn to do all sorts of things.
Maybe.
Even I don't know everything. Like lays down.
And that's why time is important. Because we get to learn about ourselves through it.
Isn't it exciting?
It is.
Do you not feel the others?
She looks at him gently. And then just like, she closes her eyes to like meditate a bit to see what she does feel.
Go ahead and make a... Let me find something here. One second while I pull up some stats. Make a wisdom check.
23.
So, you close your eyes and you relax yourself in meditation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like when you're like closing your eyes long enough, you kind of start to see like little lights and colors, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like the more you concentrate on these things, these colors, these lights, they start to kind of move and bounce around before you. And eventually they spread out a little more. And eventually you realize that one of them is very close to you, and it's Eris. You're in this meditative state, realizing that amongst all this black, you're still manifesting this image very clearly in your mind. And then as you look around, you can kind of see off in the distance, almost like you're seeing through the trees and the brush, right? You can see these little glints and lights in different colors. There's one particularly close, kind of going off more west than the direction that you guys are in now. And you hear Eris say, "You can see me, can't you?"
I can.
Like they stand up and like the image is almost like it's just made of pure fire. Unlike when you open your eyes and you look at Eris, Eris kind of has like it's almost like they've recreated the features of what the actual fox looked like before. Just with the fire effect around it. Here in your mind, when you focus on these spirits, they just appear as spirits themselves. If that makes sense.
It does.
Awesome. Imagine finding all of them.
Oh goodness.
There's even spirits that don't have anyone. Because sometimes, when we try to find our way back to you guys, some of you die. I just knew you needed me. And now that I'm learning everything, you might be more special than anything else in my life.
I'm glad to hear that. And she just rubs her thumb against like his snout slightly towards the middle of his eyes.
Stop, this is so cute. Like, I'm just over here like, oh my god. Alright, continue. My apologies.
You're okay.
No, you're good. What's funny is that Eris is actually based on my real dog.
Go ahead and make a D100 roll for me.
Oh my god, I don't trust that.
I wonder whose fault that is.
I rolled a 4! D100!
Um,
No!
do you have any sort of bags on you?
My god.
She has her backpack.
Yep,
Just a straight up backpack, nothing else?
No.
just a straight up backpack.
No bag of holding?
No.
No.
Alright, that's fine. The backpack will do.
No. Chicken nuggets, man.
What are you
So-
looking at?
You're there, you're relaxed with Biscuit and Eris, getting head scratches until he passes out. You notice that while they're passed out, they're not glitching and that flame, that green color isn't returning or anything like that. It actually seems like Eris is getting some good sleep. Do you have your backpack like on your back? Is it laid out somewhere?
It's currently on her back.
Are you leaned up against the wall or
Biscuit.
Okay.
Didn't she have one of her bags disappear one time?
No. So you shouldn't have this item in your inventory. Because the hand took it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the hand was the one that got into your satchel.
He took my potion of growth?
Yes, he took your potion of growth.
When did... No!
Yes, I even remember that.
No, I remember it. I remember it too. But there's still notes and stuff I made about like where the hand went.
God.
It's literally on its own D&D adventure. That's so stupid. I actually like it. He said assembling the 5 pieces of Exodia.
The 5 pieces of Vecna.
No, stop. Oh, he said the 5 pieces of Vecna. Like, no.
No.
The hand finds the other arm of Vecna, then the head of Vecna, then the chest of Vecna, and the legs of Vecna.
The last thing is the eye.
Redacted all of it. If there's any character that I would have...
Redacted means.
Yes. Listen, there's only side note here. I'll edit it out later. There's only one character that I would bring into this that is connected to Vecna and the hand, and that's Archon. Archon? Was it? Did I say it right?
Are you talking about the Dragonborn who stole it?
Yes.
Okay.
What's
Joe Manganiello's character?
Yes. That's the only character I would want to bring into this, because I feel like everybody gets stuck on the Vecna thing, but I'm like, what about his story? That's the one I want to get into.
I mean, currently right now in D&D, he has Vecna's hand.
I know, he does. I know it's canon.
Killing him, I think.
Nice.
I think that's what's happening.
Alright, so Zoe, you're relaxing. You're chill. Go ahead and make a quick perception check for me.
An 11.
boy. So you're relaxed.
Oh no. I don't like that smile, Effie.
It's just like I don't know. I'm trying to articulate explaining this because you don't see it. Um, are you going to sleep or are you keeping watch or anything?
He's keeping watch so she knows that they're sleeping well right
Okay.
now.
So go ahead and make another perception check. Let's say that a hour passes, right? You've been there. It's dark out. You can hear noises and creaks out there. There's a little bit of light emanating off of Eris, which kind of gives a glow to the room.
Okay.
And you can kind of see like the shadows kind of casted off of Eris himself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little better. You kind of like you kind of shift over at one point. You're looking around and you notice that like up against the wall and along Biscuit's body, that your shadow kind of casts over, and you can just kind of see your head past Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that when you turn your head, the shadow doesn't move.
Sunbeam.
No. She's
And
just gonna.
yeah.
She's gonna look at the shadow a bit confused.
Do you move or anything? What do you do? Just looking at it?
At that moment.
So, while you're staring, you start to feel this uneasy feeling. Almost like you're being watched. Almost is the wrong word. It's exactly like being watched.
How big is the area that her, Biscuit, and Eris are in?
So I'd say it's like maybe a 10 by 15 foot square area.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Produce Flame within my hand to light up the room a little bit more.
Okay. So you do this, and you notice that the shadow, almost like your shadow, right? Shrinks in the light, and then you see a skinnier looking form kind of shift and move along the wall. And then these eyes open up, and they're like this gray color with a small pupil at the center staring back at you, and you realize that along the wall it's almost like the image of a face is ingrained into like the tree that it's casted against, and you realize that it's almost like someone's staring at you. Just you ever seen that painting of the guy doing this?
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but it's a shadow. And it's just frozen staring at you.
She's just like staring back at it like, hi?
Hi.
Roasted. That's a no.
I don't know how I feel.
It's still staring.
It is.
The look on your face doesn't help.
I know.
It's perfect.
Give me a second.
She's trying to drink her water.
Thank you, I was parched.
Actually turns away.
Oh my god, I can't even look at my iPad right now. I'm gonna cover you with like a sticky note now. She's just gonna look at the shadow, still a little bit confused by it. Why are you mimicking me?
I'm not mimicking you. I was trying to blend in. And you notice that like the shadow pulls off the wall, and it's just you're looking at the upper half of a torso, kind of leaning forward, half shadow, and then the rest of it coming into this very frail, old-looking form of a humanoid. The skin is black and charcoal. There's like spots of white running through it. It looks like it's a corpse. I was hoping that you would have taken me out of this damn forest, but here we still are, and I thought maybe I could stay in your bag just a little longer.
What do you mean, stay in my bag? You've been with me the whole time?
There was a town not too long ago.
Been with you since the town.
Why were you in my bag?
It's the best way I can travel. I
Why
was
do you want
hoping I would get out in a nice sunny place.
Why is that?
I've been trapped in a bag for a long time. I'm the last person to carry me out of my situation. I got out at the wrong time then, too. Lost in this forest. Standing in one place, connected to that spot, until I found another bag to travel in. It's hard to get people's attention in the middle of the woods, but when you can get a bag. Can I still travel in your bag?
Okay. First off, why do you want to leave the forest, and why do you want to go somewhere sunny? What will you be doing?
He the rest of his body pulls forward and he sits next to you, and you realize that the shadow cast over Biscuit is now just a solidified form. And you again realize that you can hear the creaking of his bones, the skin kind of brittle, kind of crunches whenever he moves. And he's looking at you and he's like, because let's say that you decide to leave me here, right? I would be stuck here, and I don't see a road nearby or any other bags to climb into. I was hoping you'd find a nice place for me to rest.
And that's all that you want, is to be in peace?
I could say I'd threaten you and take over your body and snap your neck in the night. But I've literally been in your bag for 2 days.
Oh, lordy. She just stares at him slightly. Yeah. How about... I'll help you. But only if you don't go into my shadow again, please. That is a little creepy.
I had to hide somehow.
But Also, I would like to roll insight from everything that he's already explained.
Sure.
Sorry, I don't trust shit that's been in my bag for 2 days! Wow! You don't even trust me! I rolled an 11!
He's just smiling at you.
You don't even trust yourself.
I don't even trust myself. What do you mean?
So where are you going? And like he scratches his head and you see like a chunk of hair just fall out. So where are you going? I hope
just
there's
blinks
plenty
at
of flowers.
I hope so too.
He like lays back and rests against Biscuit.
If we were to leave the forest, I would make you your own special place. Your own resting area.
You will?
As long as you don't try to hunt anything that comes to your resting area.
I don't like when they call me names.
I will make sure that you have an amazing name. One that you've chosen.
I can't remember what my name used to be.
My name's Michael.
His name was John Cena.
You couldn't see me. I was a legend.
So, okay.
My God, guys. I'm okay.
So yeah, you got a bag man sitting next to you now.
Yep.
A beggar.
If you want, you can go to sleep, and I'll keep watch.
I'm actually fine. I don't
You
feel
can't be
tired.
fine. You're mortal, right?
Per se.
Well, if you're gonna insist on staying up, what kind of name you have in mind for me?
I am not giving him the name Frederick. Not with you see, even he was like, why?
Frederick? Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
No,
You want him to get beat
Frederick.
up? Let's go visit that guy who can't die and stands in a corner in the middle of the forest somewhere. Frederick, fucking loser.
Go beat the shit out of
No
He's-
offense to any Fredericks that walk in the street.
he's in the ideal spot. It's this grove, right? Beautiful life around him, perfect ray of sunlight during the day, and then like just every single day, there's this group of bully kids who like to go and punch him.
Yeah, he's got that punchable face.
So you guys start to share name ideas, okay? You can send me your ideas later.
Lamar.
We cut back a little bit in time, and we see this fog-ridden bog, water still, and then it shakes and rumbles and stirs away as we come up to this shambling mound that's a mast, and inside we see a distressed group of night knockers readying their weapons against the shambled foundation. A chunk of it has fallen off and formulated itself into a humanoid form, standing about 3 foot, three sizes Fenrir's height, and it lets out a 3 times his height. Sam is back to back with you, Fenrir, and he's got his sword and his shield in hand, and he's like, "Oh, where are the rest of the guys? I can't see them." And from up top you hear, "Oh, boss! And you realize that some of them are like in the mound itself, hanging halfway out. Some of them look like they're like knocked out, moving and being pulled back into the mound itself. And yeah,
Finner looking around.
you do
Other
see
than here-
the three. How many do I have here? Hold on, real quick. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say. I'll get my notes gathered here. Didn't mean to cut you off.
The night knockers that are trapped in the mounds are like directly above us.
Yeah, so they're like maybe like a little over 50 feet above you guys in this mound of stuff, just kind of like pulling them and retracting them and sliding them around, almost like they're not keeping them in one place on purpose.
On seeing them being moved around, is there like a spot that looks like it could be what's holding the mound together, like a heart in a sense?
Make a perception check.
21.
So you're like focusing around. You're looking around at the people and the pieces of mounds. There's pieces of muck and stuff like that. And then like near the very top, you notice that there's a larger cluster amassed there.
Sam, I got an idea, but everybody's gotta stay together and make sure that you guys watch each other's backs.
He looks at you and he goes, "Let's fuck some shit up, eh?" Looks over at his men. Night knockers! Let's fuck them up! Yeah! And we go to break.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, everybody check in if you're back. Oh boy.
You're
You're
I'm alive.
hello.
Alright. So
Wait, Hugh hasn't checked in yet.
Hugh, come in, Hugh. ¿Tienes habilidad para jugar este juego? Oye, tu madre. You didn't even say anything mean to them, they just go off on you.
Ay, se murió. Ay.
Hugh! Alright, we don't really need Hugh here, so he'll be back.
How dare you?
Show must go on.
This is a show? I thought this was a game.
Shut up, bro.
Fuck you.
So, Fenrir,
Yes.
you start with the initiative. What is your action?
Alright, so the shambling mounds, the one that's 3 times my height. Is
Yeah.
that like right under that spot? That's all?
Not necessarily right under it, like, more towards you. And like the point of center where that mound is up in the air.
Could I use it to like launch myself at least towards that point?
Sure. How tall are you?
Wasn't it like 7 foot or something?
Something like that. 7 foot tall.
6'11".
Ha! He's short.
Alright. Go ahead and I would say it's an athletic check, right? To make the leap.
Yes, I'm going to also kind of rage, give myself extra movement if that's need be.
That'd be fine. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you go to leap off this thing and it attempts to grapple you.
Okay. That's 12. Wait, against the grapple?
So it is attempting to engulf you as you leap off.
And that is a Constitution check?
It is a Constitution save. Yes. The mound like lashes out as you go to make this jump, and it engulfs around your body, and it pulls you back in, and quickly it like forms over your face, blinding you and restraining you. You're unable to breathe, and at the start of your mouse turns. Only creature. So you're stuck within it at this time. Each of the mountain's turns. Let me read this. Blind, restrained, and unable to breathe, and it must succeed on a DC 14 saving throw at the start of each of the mountain's turns. Okay, so you're currently just restrained. You can. That makes no sense. Why would that happen first? Family mountain engulfs a medium or smaller creature.
Wait, it's a multi-attack that you're look at the multi-attack for it.
Okay, so it would just be the attack. It's not like it's on its own.
Yeah,
It's only
your
if it
attack-
does the one. That's why I was reading
Yeah.
it. I'm like, there's something missing here. There's like no damage
that
to the
was-
grapple or anything. Here, let's do
Yeah,
that then.
When I was doing Wednesday's session, I ended up having to not use the second ability of the T-Rex thing again, because what the first part was is if it succeeds on a bite.
You are good. Go ahead and make your athletics check to leap off this thing. Should be good. Morse or acrobatics? Let's say that's acrobatics, right? I always mix these two.
What is it?
If he's leaping into the air.
Acrobatics, yeah.
This
Okay,
is
yeah.
more of like this is like forcing myself into the air kind of thing, rather
So
than like
it would be acrobatics then.
it would be kind of athletics because I'm using more muscle than being agile.
I see what you mean. Okay. Go ahead and make the athletics check then.
$19.
Solid. You leap off this thing, soar into the air, and you land on this mound of like weird goopy flesh and other types of things. You can see that there's seems to kind of be like a controlled force of the mound like working around this area, and it seems to kind of contract and restrain once you grip onto it.
I want to take my 3 attacks into this thing, kind of ripping and tearing through it.
Go ahead and make the first attack.
Rolls. Oh, did I notice that the lightning did anything last time I hit something with it?
Not necessarily.
It looked like it was useless.
Let me see. Yeah, it was useless.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that up. At least the other ones are affected. 16.
16 just hits.
Nice. does 15 points of damage with rage included.
15 damage.
Slashing.
Let's see. Yep, that works.
19 points of 19 on the attack.
Second attack.
Yeah. You said
19 hits, yes.
Okay. That's going to be 17 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And third. That's going to hit.
If it's above a 15, you're good.
Yeah. That'll be
Yeah,
14 points.
Yeah, you shred into this thing, and it like lets out this guttural noise, realizing that you're impacting it. Yeah. Well, let's see. What else are you doing? You got anything else?
Let's see here. Rage list. Might go ahead and shift to get a bit bigger and extra hit points. That's 10 points plus. Okay, so my armor class is now currently 23. And I gain 12 temporary.
All right. And that's your turn?
Now it'll be my turn.
Below, you hear one of the shrieks from the skinwalkers as it leaps across the room at one of the night knockers for an attack. I gotta move that. Thank you. Oh wait, I see why. Bam. Let's see. My man holds his own. Engaged against this thing.
Nice.
When it goes to him, he's gonna go ahead and retaliate. Solid. Solid. No hit there. So he parries this thing. He returns the attack. Hits him once. Strikes him again across the chest. This thing lets out a blood-curdling scream as blood oozes out of its wounds. Another one runs over, attacks one of the soldiers. He manages against it as well. These dudes are badass. Night knockers are holding it down. Holy shit. He crit. So 2 hits, one of them's a crit. And then he totally decapitates this thing.
Beautiful.
Another soldier runs up to one of the other creatures. Gets engaged with it, but misses. Fen, let's see here. That's not good. That's not good. You dealt your damage. You look down. You see all these guys kicking ass down there, and then when you kind of look back, you see that like this thing like lashes out at you, like a vine whips out, and you like duck
Yeah.
it, and then it comes back to try to smack you, and then it just and you see that like the mound that's clustered at the top kind of begins to shift and move and slide over.
Would this, considering it's a creature moving out of my range,
Yes.
or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I was going.
I was wait. That's why I paused. I was giving you a moment, and then I was gonna move on.
I was like, hold on a second. Hang on.
You very noticeably notice the mound split off and start to shift away. 29 hits for sure. Yeah, you smash into that mound. You see that bits and pieces fly off of it. Their rumble in front of you is echoing, right? And then when you smash into the one next to it, it also lets out like a little growling noise as it moves off to the opposite side. I'd say now that's going down like 40 feet away.
So there's what looks like a cluster in front of me, but there's a cluster that's moving.
So it was large. It was a large cluster, right? You're lashed onto it. You did your damage, and then a part of it started peeling away and shifting and moving away. It's retaining this like house effect that they have going on.
Okay.
Alright, you take your hit. Skinwalkers are at it again. That one's gonna hit. One of the skinwalkers leaps across into the crowd of guys, turns around and just starts hacking away at one of the guy's armor, stripping away the bits and pieces of the chest plate, and then when it gets to the skin, it just goes ham. And he's like, ah! Ah! And manages to push it away before he can finish the job. And then he's going to retaliate. Oof. Oof. So he misses on the first swing, comes back, and when he does, the skinwalker not only like ducks out of it, it parries his hand and forces it to strike against the other guy next to him, and he takes damage. More attacks as these guys move in. Miss, miss. That's gonna be a hit. The dude who got attacked first and had his chest plate completely split up fends off the skinwalker, and then behind him another one latches on and starts to bite at his neck and pulls him to the ground and kills him. Fen, you hear a howl like a wolf, but it's disembodied and sounds completely unnatural. And then from the bottom of the mound, you see, like, kind of pushing out of the ground, this large, dire wolf-like creature. it seems like it's in a half-formed transformation as its bones are protruding out of its back, kind of like a human's body, but the rest of it is fighting against this wolf form that it's been transformed into. Its eyes look like they're like half dead and blinking and looking around the room, and it focuses in on one of the soldiers and lunges forth.
Do I get any idea of like what that thing is by any chance?
It's some form of dire wolf, but it's like it's a skinwalker that had turned into a dire wolf.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. That's not that bad. Oh, I see. So they see it coming. There's three night knockers massed together, and they're all in defense against this attack of the wolf skinwalker. And then we go over to, let's see. Okay, that one. Cool. You notice that the mound in front of you, Fen, also begins to split off again, moving the other way. And yes, you get another attack.
32.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 17.
Again, let's out a rumble. The one on the ground that's kind of like watched you go up turns its attention to Sam and begins to charge over towards him. Raises its fists. Sam sees this thing coming, and he's just like, "Ah!" The fist comes down, blocks the first attack. This thing comes back, blocks the secondary attack. It was nothing. That's so funny. Oh, the rest of the soldiers run up to the mound to kind of guard Sam, and the one of the skinwalkers takes an attack of opportunity on the guy. He's gonna go ahead and do the attack. That's gonna hurt. I'm gonna have to find a way to speed run through this. It's gonna take too long.
No, you're good. Take your time, buddy. It's all good. Let the night knockers work.
Yeah, no, one of them takes damage from a skinwalker, but once they go up next to Sam, they start to go ham on this thing. And Sam lets out like this battle cry, and it's just like, "Fuck it up! Yeah!" And they just start hacking away at this thing, and it's almost like watching the blades on the bottom of a lawnmower, but without the guard on it. These guys are just, and this thing is, and we go back to the top of the order with Fen.
He's kind of like he like looks down at them and kind of admires this. And he's like, "Wow, they're actually kind of trying to show me up now." And in the way of thinking, Finmer looks back at that at the moment when he lost control. Remember the frost, and he's gonna shove his fist into the ceiling of the mound where the coils are, and he's gonna use. It was the. Did I even give the name? No, I didn't. It's on the shackles if you want to take a look at it real fast.
Where did you send that to me in the Discord?
I'll send it to you again. Cool.
So you're gonna use them?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Kind of an attempt to bring the house down in one, I'd say.
That's cold damage, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Which would be 16.
That's total damage, right?
Yeah.
It's
the freezing effect that
yeah,
I'm trying
like
to get.
you let this effect go out, and you see the icy crystals kind of start to form over it at first, and then it just kind of like shakes it off. There's a loud rumble as this thing kind of mocks you.
I'm gonna tear into
It's like Jabba the Hutt almost, you know. It echoes through the whole place.
Yeah. A bit of annoyance at that, and I'm gonna tear into it again 3 times.
Do it.
24.
Hit. What kind of damage is it?
That's gonna be slashing. The second attack is a 32.
Wait, how much damage was on the first one? Or are you just doing the rolls? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done.
Yeah, all 3 of those hit.
Yeah. First one, it's gonna be 17.
Yep.
Second one's gonna be 15.
Yep.
Third one's gonna be 19.
You shred into this thing until you tear it apart, and then you see this dark purple pumping in the center of its mound, and then you just like claw grab into it and just rip it out. As it bursts, it immediately begins to kind of die out and break away, and you see skeletons fall out of this thing from old bodies, and then you notice that there's 2 bodies that are passed out within it, and you recognize 2 of the Night Knockers begin to slip and fall out of it.
The position I'm at, I'm assuming, is also dying, so I'm going to fall and drop too.
Yes.
On my way down, seeing them, would I be able to catch them?
They are out of range currently.
I land first.
You guys are approximately going to land around the same time.
Okay.
You got some sort of vine whip thing, you can use that. If you have an ability to swim through the air, like do a Legolas, run on the grains of sand.
or I could just do a absolute crazy anime move, and my muscles are so strong that I just push off the air.
Or, you guys ready? Or you fall, right? As this falls apart, You see the guys. You hit the ground landing superhero style, and then the other two guys hit the ground.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Necks broken and all.
Isn't it swamp water that they would land in?
I mean, like it's on top of a mound of gross shit. Like they're moving and walking around on this thing. Like it can even latch up and try to grab them too. So.
Are they both roughly about close together?
So I would say they're like 20 feet apart from you on either side.
They're two separate directions.
Yeah, like they fell from two different sides. Within the rest of the structure, now that you have an opening allowing more light, you look around and you can kind of make out the shapes of other members within like the mound, and some of them are even like struggling and moving, and like at one point you see the face kind of push through. Ah!
You said earlier on that the floor of this is like a few feet of water, right?
Like as you guys reach this structure, it kind of went up. Like there's like a mound of dirt and mud going up to it, and this thing is forming the structure like that you guys are standing on. So you can feel like the ground slippery and moving, and maybe even part of this actual mound itself.
Is there still some water? Like
A little bit of water here and there, puddles. Like the further down that you look toward the corner, it's much deeper in those areas because that's where it kind of drops off on this mound.
okay, and the two that are there are above the mountain.
Yeah, so like these two are large enough to like encompass you guys, right?
Yeah.
And they like formed together. But now that they've lost this third piece and the fourth piece is acting like, you know, a fighter at the center, now this is like it's just like the wall surrounding you guys as they've shrunk into this, kind of keeping you guys enclosed.
Okay, so the two that are falling out of there, if I were to impact the ground, or kind of, in a sense, hit the ground hard enough to break the ground up, maybe surface tension or mud it up a little bit, make it a softer impact of some kind.
You made it much comfier for their, you know, fall damage.
Just like to try and lower that so they don't die. I'm trying to prevent them from dying.
How about I give you advantage on their damage dice?
Don't you mean disadvantage?
Disadvantage?
Advantage means you're choosing a higher one.
It doesn't matter. Like, it was bad either way. One guy survived. The other one snapped his neck on the way down. You saved one. I can almost feel you staring at me through the screen.
You're trying to kill the Night Knockers.
No, I'm not. I'm telling a story. You say that as one of the Night Knockers fucks up one of the skinwalkers. I'm just gonna do straight rolls for all these characters. Let's do it like that. Da 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 da. Yeah, like they kill another one of these things. Now there's 1, 2, 3 free soldiers who notice that Sam and the other 3 are engaged together, kind of fighting this other mound. They're looking around, they see you, and one of them's just like, "You all right?" Oh shit! One of them runs over to the guy that fell and broke his neck. And like, fuck! and the other one runs over. The other two run over, checking on the other guy, and one of them notices like the mound along the wall. It was like the struggling one, and he goes over, taking his sword, and he's gonna go and try to hack at it. Okay, no. He does just enough damage to kind of like break through, and a hand kind of like wiggles out. But this thing is resilient. Let's see. Let's see here. So this shambling mound engaged with Sam and the other three night knockers. It like swings overhead. Sam, two others block, but one guy doesn't block in time and gets smacked in the face. And then like it decides to just like jab him in the stomach, and he gets knocked back a little bit, kind of clutching himself, and he's like, "Motherfucker!" And then Sam and the others are just like, "Get it!" And they just all as one start to attack this thing, and you see shreds of like this shambling mound scattered everywhere.
It looks like when Edward's.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, no, like Edward Scissorhands doing this, like that's them just fucking it up. That's their attack as one. We go back to the top of the order with you, Fen. But right before you start, the other two mounds that are surrounding, they kind of shrink in. And the guy who's up against the wall, like kind of working on the getting his friend out, notices that it gets thick around the guy, and the hand gets engulfed again. And he has to go ahead and he's good. But now you guys, your movement area has shrunk down to maybe like 30 feet.
So where's the next like pulsating bit that I see?
Looking around, you cannot see it in an obvious place. It seems like this thing has become thicker, and now it's the mound's wall is standing around 10 foot high. So you're either discerning it's hidden somewhere inside of it, or maybe they've moved it on the outside where you can't see it easily.
And you said it's like a 30-foot radius?
Yeah, like you've shrunk down the radius for you guys.
Okay. Can I try to cleave through where the guy's trying to pull his friend out and like kind of take them both outside?
Yeah. The one guy who was helping, he's not caught in it. There is like another one, like maybe 5 foot to the left of him that is not moving. So, if you want to hack at that spot, I would say like hack around close to them, and try to do, I'd say like a minimum amount of damage to what they have here. Let's see. Oh damn! It's literally the same number. It's hilarious. Alright, so you making an attack on one side?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nine.
Yeah, it hits. Yep.
The second one.
Yep.
29. 15.
15 just hits. That's funny.
It doesn't matter. I always hit unless I roll a 1. That's wild. Let's see. That's 16. 17. And another 17 points of damage.
So you manage to hack through and get the guy on the other side out, and he like bursts through and like stumbles forward, getting caught by his brother, and he's looking around like, any longer I would have been dead. Shit. And yeah, you managed to save one of the Night Knockers. Two.
Do I see?
That makes two.
Do I see one of the pulsating bits on the outside?
You cannot see it at the moment. No.
I'm going to move back inside. If it hasn't grown back just yet.
You've hacked through it, but as you're moving away, I don't assume a 21's gonna hit, as part of it lashes out and tries to smack you.
No, it does not hit.
No hit. Alright. Dead. We're gonna go ahead and try to help their friend. Nice. Not nice. Nice. Just a damage. So yeah, the three of the free Night Knockers run over, and they start smashing into like the other side, cutting away to try to get this other guy out. While they're doing this, you see that it kind of like tenses and moves part of its shambles, and starts to attack the closest guy. They smack one of the guys, and then he looks dazed, and then it lashes out and grabs and pulls him, and he's like face first in the wall of the mound.
Jesus.
You can see him like trying to pull out of it. One of the skinwalkers in the room is crossing over to the guys fighting with Sam. It's going to take a couple of attacks at him. Completely misses. Now it just has its attention. Has his attention. They're gonna engage. He turns around. Does quite a bit of damage on this thing. And then Sam and the others. Sam's gonna get struck. Nope, not today. Not today. Sam and the Night Knockers, one of them turning to fight the Skinwalker that attacked him. He uses two other guys at his side, and he lets out a rally cry, and suddenly they feel overwhelmed with this spirit as they start to just hack away at this thing until it just completely shreds out in front of them and dies.
Nice.
It's just a mound of shredded grass and a wonderful morning. But Fen, you see that kind of like pushed up against the mound is this wolf thing that like kind of like rolls over and like looks over at you and like charges force towards your direction. What is that? Get it off my screen. I don't know what that was.
Porn.
Not even. None of these are gonna hit as this thing engages you.
And this is just another one of the skinwalkers?
Yeah. And it just has a half direwolf form.
And one of the night knockers is in the wall or being pulled into the wall.
Yeah, they were helping the guy that's currently inside of the part of the mound, and then it made an attack on him and pulled him right into the mound. So his face is like engulfed and he's like can't get out.
So there's not only him but another night knocker in the wall where he's at.
Yeah, so there's at least 3 other guys left in these mounds, right? That you're looking for. And one of the guys that was fighting that actually has weapons and stuff like that, he was helping to free him when he got attacked and then pulled right into it.
Alright. I'm gonna go over and help him next.
Alright. You want to make like a strength check and pull him out?
Yes.
And that will count for the action if you're going to be pulling him free.
Would I be able to attempt to cleave through on that side, like I did helping the other guy?
Yeah, I mean, like you can just straight up attack the thing, or I got the impression you were just gonna go try to pull the guy out, right? So if you want to just attack it to try to kill it, that will obviously let them go.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is like the other one that's stuck in the wall too is still there. So clawing the guy out and having just clawing the vines around the dude's face, or at least that general vicinity, would hopefully free them both.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do that.
All right.
Do you want me to do disadvantage or advantage or
just regular roll?
Okay.
Just regular disadvantage.
just regular disadvantage.
Yep, all 3 hit.
Yeah. That's 18, 16, and another 18 points of slashing damage.
So you managed to just completely shred through this, almost like watching the Night Knockers along with Sam inspired you, right? And you're just frenzying, pulling one guy out, throwing him into the arms of the other guy, and then you pull the other guy through, and then you see this thing spill open, and then you see the bog in front of you, and you turn and you see that whatever's left of the mound wall is now retracting, and kind of creating this ball like on the ground on the opposite side of where you're standing.
As I turn to look and see this thing...
By the way, the guy who was in the wall, he falls out and they check him and he's alive.
Okay. As I turn and I see that and then I see he's okay. I turn and look and I see the mound recoiling to the spot. I look over at Sam. Sam! Right there!
He looks to it and he's like, "Knockers! You know what to do." And all of them kind of ready their weapons, those who are in fighting spirit. The guy you pulled out of the wall checks his face and he looks at you, he's like, "I'm all there, right? I'm still beautiful, right?"
He's not missing anything, is he?
He's slimy, he's got mess all over his face, he's not bloodied or anything.
You're good. Go get him.
Oh, I felt it pulling at my face, it was so weird. Leaps out. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, dead. Attack.
I'll be standing next to the ones that are still kind of recovering.
So yeah, the guy who runs off, along with two other guys, charge forth. There's this one skinwalker in their way, but they absolutely demolish this thing. Shifting forward, secondary attacks. Not good. Who's our winner? So the dude whose face was stuck in the wall, right? He runs up with his brothers, absolutely shreds the skinwalker, sees another one, let's go! And they like move the rest of their movement speed up. And when they get to this thing, it like lets out a shriek. They hack into it, but they attempt to hack into it, both miss. And then the other guy hits, and he's just like, I'm tired of these motherfuckers! And just splits it down the middle. Absolutely wrecked. The wolf next to you, because it's actually in the wrong order, is going to take swings at you, Fen. 21.
Does not hit.
Nat 20.
Yeah, I think that hits.
.28 points of piercing damage as this thing lunges out and bites you.
Okay, 14 points of piercing damage. Hey, look, I've only lost 2 hit points.
And only one night knocker.
So in total, that's like a whole.
That's like one whole player. Why'd it go up?
And you
That
know
was
we're
weird.
shifting over to a computer real fast. The iPad's about to die.
You're good. You're good.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. Alright, you're all set?
Yep.
Alright. We move over to the shambling mound that's now like growing and amassing itself. And it like stands in front of you guys and just looks you over. Sam and the group kind of all ready to like fuck this thing up. And it kind of groans and begins to like shamble away. But the group, seeing it move off, are just, rallied and say, they have their brothers in there! We aren't done with you! And they charge forth to attack. By the way, this is badass. Fen and the Night Knockers. Who would have thought?
This was eventually going to happen.
Jesus fuck. So 3 of the regular guys head up, strike a couple of times, and do some significant damage. My cat was a little weak. Sam's gonna run up. Jesus Christ. Beautiful. So the 3 guys come up, putting in their work. Sam charges in between them, leaps up and slams his sword down, and he does it with so much force this thing like splits open for a second and kind of dazes and stumbles a little bit. And then we go to the top of the order with Finn.
Do I see, by any chance does that split open? Well, first, hang on. I'm gonna hit the skinwalker that's next to me.
Yeah.
16.
16 does hit.
That's 16 points of slashing damage.
It's a magical weapon, right?
Yeah, my unarmed attacks and my natural weapons are all magical.
Alright, yeah, you smash into this thing and it kind of like takes the hit, and then like its eyes turn to face you, but like its head is still turned.
Make one more attack at it.
Mm-hmm.
23 hit.
Yeah.
And that's 14 points of slashing damage.
You smack it across the face. You see one eye is facing to the right, struggling to kind of rotate back. The other one's turned to face you. Its face looking the other way.
How big is it?
It's the size of like the dire wolves you have back at home.
Kind of a callback to when I fought the Yuan Ti. Can I chuck this thing at the shambling mound?
You grapple it, yeah. That's funny. I'm not even going to have you roll to do this because it rolled so bad.
Yeah, so on that attack, and then as my third attack, throw it.
Alright.
Was 23 into the shambling mound.
23 is gonna hit. You pick up this, throw it. Go ahead and do. Let's do 4d6.
4d6?
Yeah.
That's not. With
Huh?
my modifier.
What?
You want me to add my strength modifier to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because you guys are like not that far apart, it's gonna hit it even harder. So.
23 points of damage. Oh no, 26 points of damage.
Shambling mound gets hit. You see more of a split go down its middle. The skinwalker will take equal damage, kind of laying on the ground, like getting its directions, its eyes moving all over. You see it kind of shift a little bit, like its muscles are spasming a little bit, and then it like sits up, looks around, stands on its hind legs, and then drops back down on all fours. It's like having a hard time holding itself together.
There's no other skinwalkers nearby?
No. The group's been fucking them up.
Alright, I'm gonna move forward then.
Alright. Moving up, assembling next to Sam and the others.
Yeah.
It's just the guys left. They're gonna help you fight the wolf. Put in a little damage here. Alright. they beat this thing up. It like stumbles up as you run over to them, and then like before it has a chance to get its bearings, they just run up and just start smacking the fuck out of this guy. They're just jumping him. Yeah, they're just jumping this guy. The mound creature's like kind of looking around, afraid, and starts to kind of shift away, and Sam is just like, "You can run all you want. It can be the darkest of nights, but we'll always find you! And it just absolutely obliterates this thing, and the body of one of the Night Knockers just stumbles out of half of the mound. And the others like run up and like, you know, check him and look him over, and they're just like, he's alive! We did it! And Fen, it's on you. This thing is whimpering.
Is that little like pulsating bit kind of like showing?
Oh no, Sam just obliterated the last shamble.
Oh,
and freed the last Night Knocker. All that's left is the Skinwalker Wolf. They just jumped the shit out of it, remember?
Fenrir kind of walks up to it and is like, he's looking down at it.
It's like looking at you, and you hear like a little voice, and it's Zoe. Help me.
Yeah, his as from previous
Help
endeavors,
me, Edward.
as from previous endeavors, whenever any ever imitated her, and he knows it's not her, his eyes are just gonna turn yellow, and he's gonna just like double claw fatality, rip into its rib cage, and like lift it up and just pull it apart above him.
Like, absolutely wasted. It was hanging on to like a couple points of health. It's like whatever. I wanted Sam and him to both have their fatality moments. That was badass. Yeah, you obliterate this thing. The guys like, laying in recovery. They get pulled up against the driest points that they possibly can find, or lay them down to be comfortable. They start tending to their wounds real fast, and you see Sam kind of like walk over to like one of the fallen guys. We did our best, man.
While he's there, is there any dry pieces of wood nearby?
Yeah, I mean, like, up along the trees and stuff like that, you'd have to, like, rip a couple down and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's, pretty wet out here.
Fenrir's going to collect enough dry wood to create kind of like a dry bed for the fallen Night Knockers.
Yeah, out of the 12 members, you guys lost one. Sam helps you, of course, along with anybody else who has free hands. Some of the guys like spread out, looking for like anything in the water that might be salvageable, and some of them find like weapons and swords, giving them back to their rightful owners. But Sam like kind of sits there next to the body, and he's like, Saul was a good man.
He fought well.
It's crazy, yeah. It's actually, yeah. Benno, huh? What'd you say? Oh. It pulled me out. I was like, excuse me? He's just like, it's actually crazy. It's been a while since we've lost anyone. Thanks for coming out here.
I protect my friends. And help them when they need it.
You should try to get moving. Find someplace dry. Well, drier. Night Knockers. We might have suffered a loss, but his light will go on through the night. And all of them are just kind of like looking teary-eyed.
And they all do the salute. Knock, knock.
Fenrir's gonna
It's
look
canon
to,
now. Fuck you. I love it. Knock knock.
Jesus. Fenrir's gonna look to Sam.
I love it.
You have those bracers on, right?
Yeah.
Fenrir's gonna kind of like have the fallen Night Night Knocker kind of ceremonially, like his blade on his chest, he's holding the sword or whatever weapon he was using.
Mhm.
And
Short sword. That's the general.
is there enough dry brush that's there?
You'd have to move farther away from the bog, but like I'd say, like you guys took the time to carry him out of here and find a nice spot to settle for a moment and gather yourselves, and you collected all that. Yeah.
Yeah, Viking funeral.
Okay.
Funeral. You know what that is.
Yeah. Like you set up, the pyre, float it off in the water, and then are you gonna have him set it on fire?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you can. It's basically just ignite, right? Let me look up the
it's
sheet I had here.
Fenrir does it in his own way, where he like hits his fists together and they ignite, or like catch lightning.
Yeah, so like you set this up, all of them kind of like standing there watching somberly. The sun at this point is kind of like nearly halfway during the day, and he smacks them together. They ignite, and he just like puts one of his fists into the pyre, and it catches and starts to ignite. And I assume you push it out into the bog, right?
Yeah.
It floats off, and all of you standing together watch as it floats out. And you keep watching and watching until you don't see it or it's been burnt completely and sunk. So I'd say a good amount of time was spent here in silence.
Along the last moments there, Fenrir's gonna look at Sam again. Okay, Sweetwater. You guys decided back then.
You keep cutting out.
If you guys decide to head back, I won't be against it, but I could use some help. You you're you pulled your headset thing up.
Sweetwater's a big town. I'd say you definitely need us.
From this area, would I be able to like remember the direction that Zoe was heading?
You kind of get your bearings and like what direction you came from. Go ahead and roll a percentile die though.
79.
Okay. All right. Sam looks at you and rallies the group, and you guys head out, and you have one last look as the last of the ceremony sinks down into the bog, and we're gonna go ahead and cut back over to Sunreva. Hugh.
Hi, that was eventful little hour. Jesus, that was a lot of death.
So, again, like time jumping back a little bit here. It's midnight now. You and your new friend Serena have made your way through the city, dodging more of the same shit. But the more out of the city you guys get, heading northbound, the less of this activity you see, and you notice that Serena gets a little more tense here.
Okay.
Even kind of taking her hat off And you notice like her black hair, you know, is like very well combed and taken care of. It's like black silk. She tucks away her hat and then she like takes a hood out from underneath her hair and then pulls it over her head.
Okay. Are you worried about something?
I mean, weren't you worried the whole time we were there?
No, I've dealt with a lot worse. I guess you could say. I was eaten.
She like leans
No, I'm
in,
kidding.
like puts her arm around your shoulder, and she's like, "You're so sweet to me. This whole time you've just been telling me all these nice little things. I'm starting to think you like me."
I won't deny that. I'm not. I'm a fan.
Oh. Well, maybe if you get me out of town, we can maybe talk about that. Maybe explore other places.
Bow wow.
Like
Bow wow.
we could go. We could go to the beach on a nice little stroll. Used to get all these like pleasant, peaceful things, these innocent things.
Make a perception check as you're talking to her. All these little sweet things that you're saying.
Pull my phone out of my ass. 3. All my good rolls are gone.
Oh God, dude.
They were wasted on the fights.
I know, right? Jesus. Um, God, it's worse. So, you're talking to her, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Have you ever been to the town of Sweetwater?"
I can't recall. Assumes. Yes.
Are you a little confundeled right now? Don't really know what words you want to use?
Sounds about right.
Are things getting hard for you, Hugh?
I mean, I could get. I mean, my armor's hard.
And you
If
you
that's
hear
what you
you hear a very gruff voice behind you say, "Things are about to get a lot harder for you."
mean. Oh. I don't swing that way, home
And
slice.
she stops in her place, and you both recognize the voice of the guy at the restaurant.
Uh, well, hi.
I didn't realize that you were going to be traveling with this guy for too long. How about
Is
this,
that a
miss?
problem?
You take a walk. We have some conversations to have with our friend. And you notice that, like, from the alleyways, there's like 2 other guys that pop out.
What do you 2 want? Or what do you 3 want? You ruffians. You scoundrels.
We simply just don't like you. You came to my
What did I do
restaurant.
wrong?
You came to my restaurant talking about nonsense.
You never seen a cobra chicken? You've got
tell
to
you.
get out and travel the world, my friend.
I'll tell you straight forward, I don't like your kind at all.
I don't like my kind either.
And he like sizes you up.
Have you fought a god? Have you met the gods? Would you like to meet the god?
I could send you to yours, and he's gonna like take a swing at you.
I have multiple gods.
Why are you looking at me
Holy
like this?
shit!
Was it lucky? Was it not lucky?
It was not lucky for him.
Ah, fuck.
Am I getting whacked?
You getting whacked?
Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick. I don't know about this.
What was the roll?
Nat 20 on the roll.
Can't get critted.
So then a plus 10 to the attack. So it's at
Okay,
29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Because I can't get critted, so this is just normal damage.
That's going to be 24 points of damage as he strikes you.
God damn. It was, what kind of damage is that?
That is just bludgeoning as he struck you with his fists.
Okay, so that's gonna be 21 points of damage.
Serena behind you is just like, no, please don't fight! And like cowers away, like runs up against the wall. And it's just like doing one of these.
God. Stop it, Ron!
Like enters NPC mode.
Oh my god.
No, stop, please! Go ahead and roll initiative, Hugh.
Well.
Go ahead and re-roll.
1.
Go ahead and re-roll.
A 16.
Okay, that works.
I assume you wanted me to go first.
No, like you just kept rolling the same as everybody else, and it's just like.
Oh.
So with rolling,
I'm fighting them.
That one, it was just like, that's just fuck that guy. Alright, so seeing you, like, you know, you get rocked by this hit, and you see the guy's, like, hands, like the secondary hands, like, crack knuckles, and he's just like, now you're really gonna get a beating. Ready for this, you dwarf? And he goes ahead and goes in for the next attack. That's gonna be a miss. 28 to hit.
Hits.
Uh, 30 points of damage on that one.
Jesus Christ.
And that's gonna miss. And that's the only hit he's got off on you. One of the thugs runs up to you, and where is it? That's right. He's like, you shouldn't have messed with the forearms gang, motherfucker.
what? What is this guy?
Trash.
What is this guy?
Trash. Oh no, this is so bad. He like comes at you, Hugh, and like he like just completely swings over your head, and then like tries to jump punch you, and you're just like sidestepping that attack now. And their boss is just like, are you gonna let him make a joke of you guys? And the other guy runs up. Ah! Oh god. Completely misses you, Hugh. Go ahead and take your turn, Hugh.
Okay, so I assume all 3 dudes right in front of me.
Yes.
Okay, well I'm gonna attack the guy that whacked me.
Of course.
So the boss, because he's a little bitch. Does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
That's good. Okay. 18 points of damage for the first hit.
You smack into him, and that hurts. And then what was that? The next one?
26 to hit with 14 points of damage.
Yeah, you're hitting him with your hammer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes the smack and he's just like, "Oh, you need your little toy to hit me?" God! And you shut him up with the next strike. It goes back up to him.
Wait,
You.
wait.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna action surge to hit him again
Hell
with
yeah.
another 2 attacks.
Hell yeah.
This man pissed me off. I don't think a 17 hits.
17 does not hit.
Okay. 21 hit
21 hits.
with another 17 points of damage on top.
Yeah, you rock him with these next hits, and he's just kind of like trying to block against them, and it seems to cause more damage to him as he's trying to guard against you. And he's just like, "You son of a bitch!" Got anything else?
No, that should be it. I don't think I have anything else to go with my extra sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, he like turns to his side like this, and he's like, "So it's gonna be like that, huh?" Ah! And he comes in with like this double fist attack from one side. No. Completely misses. Comes in with the secondary hit. That's going to be a 26 on that one.
That one hits.
$39 points of bludgeoning on that one.
So 37? No, 36.
He looks at you, being all sturdy. He's just like, "You're one tough son of a bitch, you know that?"
Slam my armor. You want to keep going?
"Drop the armor, drop the weapon, and fight me like a man!"
Hey. I don't have to use 4 arms to hit people.
The other two guys almost at the same time. "Hey, that's insensitive. He was born that way." And
I don't care. I was born this way.
Serena's just behind you. She's just like, "Yes, talk that shit. Make them feel terrible about themselves."
I'm just gonna belittle them all.
Yeah, she's encouraging.
Wait, what color's the skin? Is it green, blue?
No, the Forfist guy is like a bluish tone.
What a fucking ugly shade of blue you are.
What a short fuck you were born into. What are you, just muscle? No wonder you can't even think for yourself. Chicken fucking snake? The fuck is that?
Hey, I may be small, but I'm stronger than you and your 2 little boyfriends combined.
Fight me now. Take off the armor.
Drop
the weapon and fight me! And his face is like right up against yours. And he's just like, they're just pushing against each other. And you notice like out of the corner of your eye, you see like one of the guards just standing there watching you guys. And he's just kind of smiling. And another guard comes up and like drops some coin into his hand. And they're just like watching you with big grins on their face.
Jackass. Fuck. Can I quickly bonus action during this? Or no?
It's still your turn. This is just banter. Talking shit.
Okay. Then I'm going to bonus action and
Actually,
take a...
so hold on. The guy just attacked you, right?
Yes.
It would be the thugs. But they're holding action. So yeah, it would be your turn now. Like, what do you want to do? He's up in your face.
I'm gonna. Well, if it's my turn, then I'm going to first attack him with my stuff because I don't give a shit if he's gonna talk shit to me. So I'm gonna hit him with the hammer again. That won't hit. That won't hit. And then for bonus action, I'm just gonna drink a potion of supreme healing.
Okay.
Which is 10d4 plus 20.
You hear the soldiers kind of like laughing, And one of them shouts, "He just drank a healing potion in the middle of a fight! What a fucking loser!" And like even the two thug guys are just like, "Why did you just take your ass beating like a man?" And even like the guy with the forearms is just like, "This is pathetic."
I'm gonna yell at the guards. Your mom had to drink a healing potion last night after I banged her.
They just kind of like look at each other. The one dude you roasted just kind of looks sad, and the other guy just laughs at him.
What do you mean? Your mom was fucking there too.
And then both of them are just looking at you like,
Arrest him.
"Oh yeah, we should arrest this guy." And then they look at the guy you're fighting, and they're like, kiss his ass, kick his ass, Florax. And are you done with your turn, Hugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he like punches his fists together. He's just like, gladly, and he comes in for the first attack. That's gonna be a miss. 22 to hit.
It's equal. So I believe that hits.
That hits. 26 on that hit.
Okay.
Another 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 23 points of damage.
Well, it's a good thing I drank that healing potion.
Probably. You hear Serena behind you. No, Hugh! And like from the corner of your eye, you see the jiggle physics.
By the holy light of God, I shall prevail.
Some
mysterious light comes down onto me. I just get like massive.
The two thug guys, they start to back away from the fight, kind of going, "Get him, boss! Yeah, get him!" And again, like, do you want to take your attack here, or?
I'd take an attack of opportunity if I can.
Yeah.
You get boner advantage.
Did I hear boner actions?
No, he said boner advantage.
Oh.
That would be disadvantage in a fight. Like, you don't want that.
Not in Hugh's case.
Y'all are horrible.
Oh, that's great. Make me laugh. Alright, then if I have an attack of opportunity, then I'm gonna swing with a natural 20, baby. 33 hits, obviously.
On one of the guys moving away, yes, it definitely does. Yeah. And you smack him with the hammer?
Yeah.
Are you doing lethal damage or knockout damage?
We'll do knockout damage.
Yeah, you smack the fuck out of this guy, and he goes down like a rock.
Like
and then one of the guards is just like, "Oh, come on!" It pays cash to the other guy. And the other one just goes from being sad to just like, "Yes!" Yeah.
I kind of like looking for my shoulder.
Like when you smack the guy too, and he's like going down. Serena's there like, "Ah!" And are you gonna smack the other guy as he tries to move away also?
Yeah. This is a 22 hit?
Yes, and you smack him too. And they go out cold.
17 points of damage.
And Florax is just like, "What the hell? They were backing out of the fight, you coward!"
Just and then you and me now, big boy.
And then it's your turn.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm gonna whack him if I can. Does a 20 hit? Dirty 20?
Dirty 20 does hit.
Okay, that's 11 points of damage for the first hit. 26 hits with 14 points of damage for the second hit. So 25 points in total.
All right.
Also, remind me, sorry.
Huh?
Every turn though, you get a bonus action, right? Or is it once per fight?
Oh, every turn.
Okay, then for a bonus action,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
going
gonna say, yeah,
to.
you can bonus action.
Then I'm gonna drink
It's
a
a
potion of
reaction that
greater
you can
healing.
only use once per turn, or like
Okay,
once
then, yeah.
per that round.
Okay. And then I'm just going to drink a potion of greater healing for just a small one.
He's like looking at you, and he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you? I have stuff like that. I'm not using it. You're afraid to get your ass beat, aren't you?" Wuss of a dwarf.
No, I'm just thirsty.
And you see that like his two bottom arms like clench up in guard, and then his two free arms like he like flexes his muscles, and you see them kind of like move and harden almost, and he's just like, "I'll show you why I don't need no tricks."
So does he have to build up, or is he just going to attack right now?
27 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Another 26 to hit.
Oh god. Oh
And
no.
that's gonna miss with a 13. You're going to take 41 points of bludgeoning damage as his two upper arms begin to swing out, and you almost see it like it happens in an instant, but what he does is just kind of 1, 2, 3, misses with the last one. Really, really fast.
Was that 41 points of damage in total, or is that just for the one hit?
41 in total with all the strikes.
Okay. Okay. You hit like a sissy.
You gonna drink another potion? And then it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. That won't hit. That sucks. That's a natural 1. That sucks. That's not gonna hit. God damn it. And then again, yes, for a bonus action, I'm gonna drink a potion.
I want you to know you have him down to a little over half his health.
Oh my god, dude. I also didn't start off. This kid rolling fucking high.
You know, like the side NPCs in fighting games.
Yeah, I know, right? If you stand in the
There we
background,
go.
it'll be perfect. What is that? What are we looking at?
51 points of healing.
Oh. Jesus, dude. All in one fight.
Yep. Well, he's getting such high numbers. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's not fair. I'm getting my ass beat by some ogre-looking bitch.
Alright, it's gonna go back to him, right?
Yep.
Alright, still in the same stance. 22 to hit.
That matches.
Yeah, so it hits. 17 is gonna miss. 14 is gonna miss. Nat 20, which just becomes a regular hit.
Yep.
So 30 total is gonna be the total itself. So that's hits as well. $21 on the first strike.
Yep.
37 on the next hit.
Jesus Christ, dude, these are high.
He's hitting you hard, bro.
I see that.
a creature I created.
Apparently.
No armor, no special weapons. This is just some fucking monster of a regular person. So yeah,
Just need to
he
fucking give Fenn a run for his money. Jesus
yeah,
Christ, dude.
you know, with more work and stuff like that, yeah, I would say yes. But he would be chump change compared to Fen. Unfortunately.
Fucking whacking me.
Just completely.
Whenever they hit the bass, like really high in the car. That's what this guy is.
And then Hugh, it's your go.
27 hits
27 does hit.
with 17 points of damage. And a 29 hits with 13 points of damage.
Yeah, you notice the guarded hands on the bottom, like they're trying to like defend against you, but you completely like break through it. And he like, you know, is kind of all bloodied up now, and he's just looking at you. And he's just like puts his arms down. Go ahead. Just do it. You're just gonna drink another potion, wear more armor, and never show me your real strength.
Yep. Hey, I can't look bad in front of her. Alright, I'm trying to impress her. You're not helping me. Whispers in his ear.
It's your
I don't
turn
care
now.
if it's your daughter.
No, it's not. Stop.
I was joking.
No, see, that's why you can't do that. But like his arms just drop down, and he's just like, wasn't worth a fight anyways. I was just being a dick. Now look at my guys.
Give him a thumbs up.
Huh?
Just give him a thumbs up. Like, you did good though.
He looks at you. What's your name?
Didn't I tell you already?
Say it again.
Obviously, I don't want people knowing my name in this town,
Like,
so
he
I say
like
Nunya.
he raises his eyebrow, and he's just looking at you, and he's still waiting for you to say it because.
Huh. Yeah, fuck it. It's Hugh. Humongous. I know, it's ironic.
I'm Florax, leader of the Forearms Gang. And the next time you come through my city, I'm gonna be double strong, and I'm gonna hit you and take you out in one strike.
You know what? I give him a smile and a laugh. I'm like, I can't wait for that day.
Hope just message saying that she's going to bed right now. She has to be up early.
I go to give him a handshake.
But you wait till 1. We're almost done.
Until then.
She already got off.
She's still there.
Oh, you gotta tell her that.
Hope, if you can wait a little longer, we're almost done. He like, you know, looks over at his guys and like grabs them by the scruffs of their necks and just like drags them away. And he looks at you and looks back at Serena and then leans in and says, "Hey, word of advice? She told you what she bought from me?
Nope.
Do you want to even know what I have to say?"
You have me curious now.
Girls like her, looking to buy things like that, are looking to get into some kind of trouble with the wrong kind of people. Keep your eyes open, alright?
Alright, I definitely will.
Or else,
Thanks for the,
something happens to
advice.
you. He looks over his shoulder at you. How else am I going to get that rematch?
No, nothing will happen to me.
It's like this.
I can promise you that.
The zoom ins on their faces.
Sun setting.
The sun's set. No, the sun's gone. It's still like middle of the night here.
Sun rising.
No.
Okay. It's just.
As soon as he like turns and leaves, and you turn like to head towards Serena, she like runs over and like smothers you again. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, you were so brave and wonderful. You helped us. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna die." Squeezes your face.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
We have to get out of here before anybody else gets any other funny ideas. Okay?
It sounds good.
And like she like grabs your hand and you guys continue on north of the city, passing by different soldiers who kind of like seem to not really be giving a shit about anything. They seem to kind of be gambling, playing around in the streets, kicking like, you know, soccer balls to each other. And some of them like see you pass and they just kind of wave you through. And even like as you get to the front gate, some of the guys sitting there like with a clipboard, they see you guys and they just like make a notion like they're checking you off. And she's like kind of like looking around and she's like, "We have to find a really special place. Are you ready?"
Let's go.
And as you two run off into the night, this long expanse of land ahead of you, you can see the mountains off in the distance. She kind of leads you off to what looks like this dip that leads to like a lake. And there's this very large tree standing next to it. And she's like, "That's the perfect spot. You ready?"
Ready, so be.
She like takes your hand and she like giggles the whole way down running with you. We cut ahead and we see LaFay along with Ona and Riza out in the front yard. The wolves running around rampant. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to close it out.
I don't get any sleep
Ona's
that
like
night.
running around being chased by Bullet. She stops and she looks over towards the fence and she can see Edard with Jonathan like moving through the town. And he's like walking with you. "Well, I assume this is it, huh?
Yeah.
You be safe on your travels out there." Moves his rifle over to the other arm.
I go shake his hand and just, like, I'm assuming you already knew I was lying about the name, right?
I mean, I've been alive long enough to see a couple of tells. But whatever the reason, I'm just appreciative of what you've done and how you've inspired others. In a way, I just paid you back. And if you need anything, you know where to find us.
Hope to see you again, Jonathan.
You too, Ned.
Edard. But Ned's okay too.
Like he's holding,
Walking over to me.
he's holding your hand, and like as you walk away, like the last second you see his face go.
Imagine it's like as he does that, he looks over. It's just him walking through the gate, and the guard's like, "Lord Stormbane."
No, before that even happens, like it's like the realization, Ned, Edard Stormbane. And Ona like runs across the yard over to you, leaps up and gives you a hug, and
Pick out of the satchel and like show her a bag of like muffins that I got from Martha.
she like grabs two, each one, and then runs over to Riza, who's walking over to you guys. She takes one, stuffs it in her own mouth, and then she sees you, and then she's like, "Hey, you look hungry," and then stuffs your mouth with ham. Just eat it. And LaFay, I assume you're kind of like walking over towards them. All of you reunited here. Queenie like bumping up behind you, and still in the background, Jonathan's there like. And as we go from there, we cut ahead to Zoe. You're there still talking with the bagman, and you've come through a couple of names and ideas and stuff like that, right? And he goes, "I like Gray, but I feel like there's always somebody out there with that name. I like Vulcan. What do you think?
That sounds perfect for you.
I mean, you came up with it, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
And then your ears kind of twitch as you catch the sound of some twigs breaking in the distance and footsteps approaching. And Bagman kind of immediately goes over to your bag and just starts burrowing his face inside of it, and climbs in, his feet in the air. Eris kind of stands up from his sleep, looking around, and even Biscuit just kind of murmurs in his sleep, no carrots. And lanterns light the path ahead as some people are passing by, and as you're kind of bracing yourself, you feel instantly relieved as you see Fenrir come through.
Oh. She's just gonna be staring at the bag. I don't want to see that again. She's gonna just pick it, just fix it back up.
Zoe, I found you! Bag.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's just the
basically.
bag's so interesting.
Could have been a murderer coming in. She's just staring at the bag.
Come into this strange skeleton-looking creature just crawling on.
No, you didn't see as it happened, so it's up to her if she wants to tell you guys.
Don't tell him I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah, but he did whisper. Don't tell him I'm here.
She just sighs a bit and looks towards Fenrir. She just smiles softly. It's good to see that you're fine as well.
Yeah.
Hey, they got any food in there? And Sam comes through with some of the others, and some of them are it's kind of tight in here. We're gonna take shifts on who gets to rest inside, and then all of them push in, and they're like, no, I want to rest up here, and they clamor in and take up all the space that they possibly can. Some of them resting on top of Biscuit, who wakes up suddenly, kicking one of the guys in the shin, and he's like, shit, falls over. And Sam sits down and he's just all right, I'm gonna cook something up, and he pulls out a tiny pot and a little stove set up.
Looks at Sam and the other night knockers. Did you guys bring tents or sleeping bags?
We got blankets. And some of them hold up some blankets. Yeah, blankets.
She's just fixed the bag a bit, and she's just gonna whisper to only Vulcan can hear, and it was really peaceful before they arrived.
Is it dry outside of the this enclosure?
It's definitely drier. Yeah. But as the group all assembles here and Fen and Zoe are reunited, we saw that LaFay and Eddard are reunited. We cut back to Hugh, who is with Serena at the bottom of this tree, the lighting of the moon lighting up the lake, and she looks at you, Hugh, and she sits on the ground, and she goes like this. Come on.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And then reaches into her bag, and she's pulls out what looks like this very large 2-liter bottle of blue liquid.
Hey, I know that liquid. That's the liquid I drank before I got teleported here.
Oh, where did you come from?
I came from up north.
I saved all the money I had to get this, and ate the worst foods. And she looks you in the eye and she says, maybe this was meant to be. And she reaches into the bag, pulls out a cup, pours about half of it, holds it out to you. Do you want to come to Sweetwater with me?
Yes. Without a hesitation. Like, no
And
hesitation, I just say yes.
yeah,
Agree.
like she curls her arm around yours, kind of like when you see like people getting married,
Yeah.
and like she tilts the bottle for herself.
Oh, yeah.
And are you doing it as well?
Yes.
All
Of
right.
course.
You begin to drink this together. Gluck, 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 right?
Oh, yeah, baby.
And as she finishes the last drop, she sets her glass down and lets you finish, leans in to kind of give you a kiss, and just before your lips touch, you get thrown into that familiar spin vortex feeling, and she's like twisted with you, and you notice that her arms wrap around you and she holds you, and both of you almost become one as you get spun through this odd reality.
Oh, Jesus.
Then you end up right in the middle of this room. You haven't have a moment to look around as she leans in, kisses you full force, right?
Oh, Jesus.
And
Hell
as
yeah.
she pulls away, you see her innocent eyes and this sinister smile on her face. Thank you for bringing me home. Taps your face. And as you look around, you see that you're in this rectangular room with ornate designs and painted windows. At the end of this room, you see that there's a large bed, and then opposite to it, there's a long table with a painting of what looks like these very old, sinister-looking men dressed in like business wear, and sitting in one of the chairs, almost like it's a throne, is this man with slick back hair in black, and this long beard that goes down to his chest. And he's sitting there looking at you, and he says, "Well, Serena, you didn't tell me you brought guests to visit the Lord of the North." And you realize that you're in the middle of Sweetwater. And that's where we end tonight's session.
Yeah, but he has no idea about any of this, so.
I just see some mysterious men, and I'm like, it was so worth it.
Fuck. Hey, at least we'll all be up together again soon.
Worth it.
This was such
I
a
don't
fun
care.
session.
Worth it. Worth it.
Alright, guys, I hope you all had fun. I think LaFay had to dip out. We're going to go ahead and move LaFay to Ami Mil.
And play opera music.
I'll get something going if you guys want to do that. Oh no, she left. Did somebody move her, or she left? She just left. She's like, "You're not moving to me. You're not moving me to me."
You ain't moving shit.
All right, guys. I hope you all had fun. I feel like we had a good pacing tonight too. A lot of cool stuff happening. Hugh, I hope that paid off. I'll take the silence as, you being very happy.
He's just like bats out over there, just like, oh my god, I kissed a girl.
He's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she might be evil.
If you look into the Dungeon Initiative chat tab, you'll understand what I've been putting for the entire part of Hugh.
I'm gonna check that here in a second. I'm gonna end the stream now. So anybody watching, thank you for being a part of this, and have a good night. See you next Sunday.